Niners! Fam, was it? Did you see that old lineman we got today? 6'9", 6. I'm not. I can't wait to go back and look at that. UDFA. You never know what's coming out. Oh my God, what does that look like coming at you at 6'9"? That's like Trent Brown body, man. That bigger, I think. Hey, let's get right into this. Today, Kyle Shanahan they could be reshaping, or maybe tweaking is a better word, for the identity of the San Francisco 49ers for the 2021 season. The tough guys, physical style offense, maybe turning up a volume higher this year with the addition of 2 more running backs in the 2021 draft. I'm telling you, man, the 49ers are going to brutalize people, man. It's all about physical now. No more fooling around, no more finesse. We're going to hurt you. We're going to hurt you. You get in the way, we're going to hurt you. We got to have that W. We're going to be taking your calls tonight for your assessment of Shanahan's red and gold Niners ground attack beast. It's more than a machine. Hey, but before we get into that, you've got to love how the 49ers are the real Hollywood of Cali. The drama has really been nonstop since Jimmy G arrived in Santa Clara. Starting with his unnecessary date with a certain lady of artistic skills in Hollywood. And that was actually in Hollywood. It was in L.A. somewhere. Hey, but Jimmy finally speaks today. JG said, quote, "It's kind of coming full circle. You got to go through this NFL career and you start as a young guy coming in." Tom kind of showed me the ropes. The competition between us was awesome. It really made me grow as a rookie and as a young player. So that's kind of what me and Trey will mold our relationship into, that. But it will happen naturally. It's one of those things you can't force anything. Just let it come as it may. Boy, and you wonder why I like this guy. Jimmy G is pure class, man. I love it. And I think he's sincere about this. I don't, because you look at Aaron Rodgers. I know Aaron Rodgers is this and that, but still, Jordan Love gets drafted. Aaron Rodgers has been pissed off ever since that draft, all the way through last season. Aaron is still pissed. There's word that he may not even continue in Green Bay. My God, Aaron, stop it. If he's not going to take your job, Aaron says, "I want more players," but still, stop it. So, that's why I say, G, boy, I love it. And even, G says, even if I go, man, I'm still like, hey, I left looking good, man. 49er fans ain't got a reason to hate me. We went to the Super Bowl, and in the second year, we took the Super Bowl and we won it. So, boy, I'm going to make that prediction right now. Don't let the 49ers go uninjured. I got G in the second season of that system. I got a lot of serious weaponry. No weaklings in the wide receiver room anymore. Look out! Anyway, let's get into this with the running backs. When it comes to running backs, it does seem like the Niners can never have enough. We've witnessed what happens. They start the year with 10, 15 running backs. At the end of the year, at the end of the season, they're making phone calls to see if anybody else can come in and knows anything about Kyle Shanahan's offensive system so they can play the running back as well. But after this past weekend's draft, the Niners went buck wild with the running back room. They added the depth and 2 draftees in Trey Sermon and Elijah Mitchell. The Niners now have many players at the position who could see playing time in 2021. Oh! Last year, the primary running back group consisted of Raheem Mostert, Tevin Coleman, and Jerick McKinnon. You know how that worked out, right? As you know, a multitude of injuries. Oh, I'm going to take that word out of my vocabulary, so don't say the word injury around this. Between now and the end January, don't say nothing. Don't even use the word injury. Even in casual conversation, it's a scary word. All those injuries, though, did give opportunities to Jeff Wilson Jr. and JaMycal Hasty, who made the most of their chances, as Wilson Jr. ended the year with 600 yards. And he was out how long? Dude had 600 yards. 7 touchdowns and a very productive 4.8 yards per carry average, including a whopping 183-yard game against AZ. In addition, Mrs. Wilson's baby boy slots in as the number 2 back in the backfield for the 49ers in the upcoming season as the team moved on from McKinnon, Jet, which he's going to have to change that name now. He's no longer a Jet. Haim Mostert, last year's primary back, was extremely productive as well in his limited time, rushing for over 500 yards, and Haim was out how long? While also averaging a John Cena-like, you can't see me, 5 yards per carry. They never did see him until it was too late, 5 yards. You could have gave Team the ball all game long and never missed a first down. Of course, that's not the way you would do this, but 5 yards a carry. Give him 3 downs, that's an automatic first down. But you got to worry about him, but you keep running him all that much. With them 2 aces along with 3 valuable additions, let us take a look at the now loaded running back room for the run-heavy 49ers offense for this upcoming season. Led by Haim himself, slotting in as a primary back. Once again, Mostert will look to bounce back from his injury-riddled 2020 campaign to be the running back in line with his production over the past 2 years. Just 2 years ago in the NFC Championship game, remember Mostert with a ridiculous, I'm talking in a playoff situation. And people are there crying about, Jimmy G, how come you don't make him pass the ball? Shut up! Why? 220 yards and was a prime force on a championship caliber team? Give him the damn ball. I remember hearing somebody say, George Kittle was even saying, hey, just forget about throwing the ball. Run it. I mean, if you couldn't stop it, kill him. And we did. And also, if you're looking to attribute most of the success to the 49ers run block and offensive line, think again. During that successful playoff run, Mostert gained a tremendous 4.3 yards after the carry, showcasing his top-level speed and elusiveness. Mostert is tougher than he looks. It's just long. Don't hit his arm and don't hit his ankle. This is everybody's problem. However, Mostert cannot stay in the action for a full season. The rest of the very talented depth at the position means the 49ers do not have to worry this year. Jeffrey Wilson Jr. Wilson Jr. was a beneficiary of Mostert's injury last year as he shined as a lead back for stretches of the season. Sitting on the sideline, grabbing his ankle, wincing in pain. The dude is not of this world. It was the main reason the 49ers felt confident in him as a number 2 back heading into this season. Along with his rushing stats, Wilson can be an option for the passing game while also serving as a pass blocker at times, displaying his versatility. Wilson is similar to Mostert in that he showcases that top-level speed and can run and can quickly get to that second-level space himself out in the open. Boy, I love when he turns that corner. You notice how Wilson's form is so perfect when he's coming around that corner? Arm action, leg action. The dude is like a train just going down the track. Trey Sermon, about the new dudes. Trey Sermon slotting in as either the number 3 or number 4 back for the Niners is a rookie out of Ohio State. You saw him. While he may not have been slightly overdrafted and a luxury pick, Trey Sermon could be a valuable pick down the line for the 49ers. Because as I said, we can start with 20 running backs in September, have 2 at the end of the season if we're lucky. Without playing a single snap, Sermon has already drawn comparisons to former 49ers standout running back Carlos Hyde, which I do not appreciate. I want to see more of Sermon. I do not believe. I mean, Carlos. Never mind. Let me not get started on Carlos. Anyway, Sermon could be valuable for the 49ers due to the uniqueness he brings to the team. While the 49ers have many speedy, elusive rushers such as Mostert and Wilson, they do not possess that power back who can be efficient inside the hashes. Sermon's fit with the 49ers is the best for him as it allows him to serve as the team's primary power back. We're near the 2 or 3 line, 4 yards out. I always say, bring Jeffrey Wilson Jr. and Kyle. Do not play here. Do not do it. Give it to Jeffrey Wilson Jr. or maybe even Juice. What does Kyle do? Gives it to Mostert. Now, I understand that Mostert can probably get to the line of scrimmage faster than the defense can react, but still, why put him through that? Why risk injury when you got guys with muscle that can go through there and do that? I know Mostert's strong, but I'm just saying. Now we got one. Now he can't even say nothing. He even said that. Sit back, relax. I got Trey out there, man. Don't worry about it. We got this. But anyway, that's going to keep him active, but also preserving his legs as the running back depth goes not force him to be an every down player, which will increase his durability and essential at the running back position. For the 49ers, running back Michael Carter was rated ahead of Sermon by some and ranked as a 4th best in the class, but Sermon was unquestionably the better team fit as the style of play brings something new to this team, increasing his possibilities for Coach Shanahan and that creative mind of his. Wayne Gallman Jr. I thought we was done when we picked up Wayne Gallman Jr. I figured we'd get into UDFA running back and we'd be done with it, right? 4. And you get a couple more on speed dial because there's people all over the league now that can play with Kyle Shanahan that may not be employed. What made the Trey Sermon pick somewhat surprising was that the 49ers did have already signed former New York Giants running back Wayne Gallman earlier this season, as you will know. Gallman was one of the more underrated players at the position last year, as he was Saquon Barkley's replacement after Barkley's ACL injury. I was like, poor guy, man. Barkley, man, he just can't get no time on the field because of these things. Gallman flourished as a starting back for the Giants, rushing for over 650 yards while maintaining an efficient 4.6 yards per carry. See what's this going here? We don't have any wimpy running backs. None. All these boys can hurt you. So the 49ers are building here. He was sitting behind a below-average offensive line last year, too. Not now. Now coming to a team for which the offensive line is a strength. Look for Gallman to show his explosiveness and agility while also being preserved in that crowded 49ers backfield. Gallman provides more solid insurance at an injury-prone position. Again, quality. That's what somebody does. We can't put him all on the practice squad. Look, somebody snatch him up. He's proved to be a quality starter in 2020, and he's here now. And don't be fooled by Gallman's speed, painting him as just an agile back. Gallman, 56.2% of his yards after contact in 2020, proving his ability to get past the first level on a consistent basis, even without the breakaway plays of 20-plus yards. Hey, what do you call running backs? You can't call them yaks. Got to come up with a name for that. Yards after handoff? No, that doesn't sound good. You can't work that. So look for Gallman to be productive in his depth role this year, especially if the injury bug returns for 49ers at this position, and you know it will. And you know what? Ain't no point even trying to get around it. Running backs are going to go down. Hopefully they go down just temporarily and come on back. Another luxury pick. This past weekend's NFL draft, the 49ers took Elijah Mitchell in the 6th round to round out their crowded depth at running back. Like Sermon's comparison with Cardinals Hyde, Mitchell compares favorably. Wait for it. Heave! That boy's got ridiculous speed. But this just goes to show the 49ers are keep that stretch. We go stretch that, yeah, boy. We got guys who can cut that corner and get out of here in a hurry. With most of the contract year and likely to get a raise on the open market if it's consistent continues. Mitchell provides insurance as a running back next year. Still, Mitchell can prove to be a quality player, mainly in 22 and beyond, and some this year. Boy, running backs, what I like about running backs, they can hit the ground running. They only have so much they need to learn as far as Kyle's offensive system goes. Mitchell's a very fast running back, 4.32. Him and Heem can have foot races all day long, and they be beating each other. Ain't gonna be no domination there. Comparing similarly to the other speedy backs on this team. With the crowded running back room, though, and Mitchell's speed, look for him to mainly contribute on special teams in this upcoming season, with the possibility of filling in as a kick and punt returner. Another potential benefit could be Mitchell's usage in the passing game for years to come. As in 2018, Mitchell totaled more than 340 receiving yards, averaging 17.5 yards per catch. That is not going to work in the NFL. He's going to have to do better than that. But he showcases that Mitchell could develop into a solid receiving back to complement his running abilities out of that backfield. And remember one thing, fam. We got Bobby Turner and Kyle Shanahan working with the boy. He's raw clay. He will be a monster soon. So, hey, expectations with an abnormal number of quality backs on this roster match with the additions along the offensive line. Look for the 49ers to continue their run-heavy, play-action, beat-that-ass scheme. This group will be expected to produce at a high level, similar to 2019, during which the 49ers ran for 144 yards per game. My Lord. Which that was second to the league only because the Ravens had a quarterback who was absurd with his ability to run. The increased depth at the position places the 49ers in a great spot to overcome any significant injuries while also preserving their players and keeping everyone's legs fresh. If the 49ers can replicate that 2019 success in the running game, they should be significant contenders in the NFC. Fam, does this formula for success, does it translate in your mind? I mean, are these guys going to, let me repeat it, be significant contenders in the NFC? I say, hell yes. Man, what do you like about this? I tell you, hey, for Kobe, sup, Ronbo, we have bright future with this draft. Nice pickups. Yes, indeed, for Kobe. Good to see you too, fam. Matty S. out of Bend, Oregon. What's up, Matty? Matty, pretty soon you're going to be able to walk down the street, popping your cap, looking at them Hawks fans saying, how y'all like me now? Finesse married. What about Austin Walter? You know what? Austin's going to be one of those guys kept on speed dial. I don't know if he's going to be able to break through this crew, but that's a good question, Finesse. Yeah, I like Austin Walter, too. Bowling ball coming down that alley at high speed. Get over here to the phone. Hey, Jamie. You.
Hey, Ronbo.
Jamie, man, I'm like laughing about the fact that the 49ers, we may be dominating the run game again this year like we did in 2019. Nobody's going to be able to keep up with us. Jamie, can I get a hell yeah or an amen, or what are you thinking?
Yeah. I think our special teams is going to be severely upgraded as well.
I hadn't even thought about that. What are these speed guys going to do other than they ain't doing nothing else? Hey, let's go. Special teams, let's go. You got how many strikers?
Yeah, and
Dang.
that safety we got wants to be an all-pro special teams guy.
Oh, yeah? That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, he's already announced it. Plus, we got that fast running back that's going to be going down there. And Heem can go back on special teams as a, what do you call it?
The gunner. You know?
Yeah, the gunner. He can gun it.
I wonder if I want Keem out there gunning now. I might bring out the new kid. I don't know how well he tackles, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. But, I mean, if Heem wants to, why not? We got 3 or 4 guys behind him.
And Heem is one of the best in the league. You're right, Jamie.
Yeah,
He's one of the best gunners
he's one of the best gunners I've seen. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so I don't know if that rookie, that fast rookie, is even going to make the field if he doesn't do special teams. So he's going to want to get in there.
Yeah. Because, the active roster, I mean, you know what? With the practice squad like it is now, you can activate guys. I hope they keep the same policies they did last year. You can put guys on your active roster, put them back on the practice squad. As long as you don't do it consistently, they can be put back in without being waived. And that was the thing last year. So, yeah.
Hey, where did that 6'9" lineman come from? What school did he go to?
I just realized he was the Chicano. I was reading it. He's the guy I was checking out. Is he the guy, fam? I didn't read it. I glanced at that. I didn't have time to read it. I think he's the guy we're talking. Okay, I don't see any. I saw somebody mention him. Somebody said he's out of shape up in the chat. And that's why
McGlinchey.
McGlinchey's he's just too feminine. Mike gets some meat and eat.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be standing next to his big buddy that he brought on the team, so he's going to look like a midget.
And that dude is not thin.
Yeah, and he's going to have to put on some weight or he's going to look fucking funny out there.
You know?
He's like a scarecrow on the end of the line.
Jamie, I still blame Joe Staley. Joe, call Mike because he thinks he has to be you. He doesn't have to do everything you do. Just because you're looking all svelte and lean, he doesn't need to. Tell Mike to get his butt at the training table and eat. God, that's all he's got to do.
Yeah, and do some lifting and squatting. Yeah.
Man, you're an offensive lineman. Come on. But I like our depth. And the schemes are going to be radical, man. I'm telling you, Jamie. Because I love that run game.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the first preseason game because that's when we're really going to know what we got.
Meanwhile, how do you feel about Jimmy coming forward and saying, listen, guys, I don't know what you're thinking here, but I'm ready to go to work with Trey. And, there's anything that anybody thought negative is not happening. I'm gonna work with him. He's going to be my guy.
Yeah, I heard that. I also heard Colin Cowherd. I was listening to him, and he put a picture of Mac Jones without his shirt on it, and on one side, and Jimmy on the other. And he's like, "Yeah, they couldn't sell that to the team." Yeah,
How do
you're not
people
going
are
to sell
still
that to nobody.
God, people are still picking on Mac Jones. Mac Jones is going to be the comedy piece in the NFL for the next few years. Although it's going to be funny if Cam is out there doing like he was doing last year. Mac Jones is going to see action sooner than
Yeah.
people know.
Well, he's already standing next to Cam that makes him look tiny. Like he's like what, 4 inches taller than him, and he's like a linebacker. He's already intimidated just standing in the same room with Cam.
Cam's doing yoga commercials and out there flexing, you know.
Yeah, flexing, looking over and grunting at him.
Mac's throwing down a brew. It's all right.
Get,
I can crush this
get
can.
out of my room. Go have a beer.
He could become the Stone Cold of the NFL. Could just Cam running out of the
Yeah.
out of the tunnel. Just throw him 2 beers. Cam's grabbing them both. Mac's grabbing them both out of the air, crushing them, dropping them down his throat. He would be the most popular guy in the NFL overnight. I guarantee you, Jamie, if that were to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roger Goodell would not be amused.
Yeah, I didn't call in last week. I forgot the topic for the last show.
Ah.
What was whether or not he's going to start?
Oh yeah, Lance. Yeah, Jamie, we're running out of time. Go quickly. Your assessment on that.
No, I don't think he's going to start. I don't think he should.
Yeah.
I think they're going to start Jimmy.
Well, yes, he's got some things to learn. Realistically, let him learn. I mean,
Yeah, that's the obvious thing.
He's got to adjust to the NFL and everything. So, Jamie, you're right. I did not hear that Jamie voice Monday. So, thank you for getting in here finally. I miss you.
Yeah. Yeah,
See
figured I'd be first this time.
Hey, appreciate you, Jamie. And we may be back tomorrow. I'm keeping an eye on the headlines so we can get in here and talk about these things. I'm loving it. All right, fam. See you later.
All right. Hello, everyone. I see you. All right. Thanks.
All right, Jamie. Yes. And let's go to the 49ers ultimate report. Listen, wait a minute. I better mention this right now. Listen, I just want to mention this because I'm tired of this. If indeed any ladies are on the chat, if indeed Denise calls in, if a lady calls in, if I hear one bad thing toward that lady that's disrespectful, you'll get one warning, all right? Listen, dudes, pick on your own gender. If you from another team, especially, I got plenty of my dudes in here. If you just want to challenge and start talking trash, we got dudes in here that can handle it and deal with you if you want to do that. But if I catch you messing with the girls, I will bounce that ass. Don't mess with me about that. Okay. Hey, 49ers Ultimate Report. Come on in, man.
What's up, Ronbo? It's your boy, John J. You're right, from the Ultimate Report. What's up, man?
Hey, I'm just looking at this running back room, man. I'm loving it, man. I just realized everybody was crying about wide receivers. I think the 49ers, when we got rid of Dante Pettis and we start going tough guy, we got Debo, we got Jalen Hurd. You can tell we were moving away from finesse and going toward smash mouth. But Shanahan-style smash mouth. We got backs. What do you make of this, John?
Yeah, when we drafted, 2 running backs, in the draft this year, and then we also brought in this center who was actually, when you read his scouting report, and he's a guy who's going to open up lanes. And one of the things that they said is that his body is an anchor, and defensive, the best, pass rushers are going to have a hard time with that dude. And then also, that big dude that we got, that's from the NFL international program. They're trying to bring in international players from around the world that play football. And this guy is 6'9", 340-something pounds. He's a large dude. So,
hey, John, is he Mexican? Is he Mexican?
Yeah, he's from Monterrey, Mexico. He played college football in Mexico.
All
he
right.
helped his team win the national championship in Mexico. So this boy can play if he's winning national championships in Mexico.
Viva la raza! I love it. How many teams have a Latino player? There's not that many. And I'm always wondering. I know there's more available than just what's in the NFL. So this is gonna be. I hope he makes the team. Oh, he's got to make the team. But go ahead. I'm sorry, John. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it is true that they're moving away from the speed running backs to the power backs, because one thing that has been pointed out to me is that since Frank Gore left the 49ers, the Niners have not had a 1,000-yard rusher. So I think what Kyle Shanahan, he wants a true balance offense. And that's why they brought in Trey Lance, because Trey Lance can also run the football if he has to when it comes to like very specific situations, things that Jimmy cannot do. Also, piggybacking on the Jimmy Garoppolo interview, I saw that interview, and this guy does not feel bitter. He has respect for Kyle Shanahan. He has respect for John Lynch. And one thing that he said that he's taking from New England is that when he got there, Tom Brady wanted to learn from him. So he's basically taking that mindset to teach this kid to take over this team. And his father, who was also on the interview, said, my son is going to also work hard to earn that spot. So it really shows you that, like, what the Niners have done, and sorry, Rudy, and any Seahawks fans, the Niners have built something that we should be proud of. When our starting quarterback, who knows that he could be traded, says, I wanted to help develop this kid to get him ready in case he is gone. And I love that interview. He was very respectful. He basically had no ill will towards the kid. And that's one thing I loved about that interview. I think more people should watch that interview.
But I'll tell you what, though, John, know this. Jimmy will have also that competitive spirit while they're out there. He'll work with them, but he says him and Tom used to compete like monsters at every practice. You're still going to see that. Jimmy's not, he ain't that kind of nice. He's going to be nice enough to like not give him snob or anything like that, like Aaron Rodgers is probably doing to Jordan Love. But he's going to be cool. Oh, God.
I know, like basically he was telling this guy who I've never heard of, like an East Coast a reporter on a very early morning show, said that, yeah, me and Tom, we competed, but we also learned from one another. And I know Jimmy Garoppolo probably be like, hey, take over my job. He knows that he has responsibility. And Rich Eisen, made a huge thing today on his show. He says, Jimmy Garoppolo is basically, his job is to keep this rookie on the bench so he can perform, because Rich Eisen basically said he's not playing, just, to get an extension, but he's also playing for other teams, and other teams know that. And that's the reason why the Niners are not dumb, because say someone wants to offer too much for Jimmy Garoppolo, we're not going to say no. So like I said, even, Jimmy Garoppolo, you can, hate him, you can like him, whatever. At the end of the day, the 49ers have built a culture where people want to play here.
Yeah. John?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was adding an exclamation point to what you were saying. Don't stop, because you're going to run out of time. You got 1 minute.
All right. And then one quick thing before I go, I want to set the record straight, because yesterday a caller named Phil, I think, took a shot at me. But don't worry, Phil, I'm not going to take a shot at you. I understand what you said about that Kyle Shanahan, has his quarterback at Jimmy Garoppolo, but he also said that if he has to start a rookie, that's part of the nature of the game. So, like, that's what I was trying to say. Probably he misunderstood what I was trying to say, but I'm not trying to say any ill will towards Phil, but I'm just trying to make a point, because when he called in, it looks like he had a negative tone to what I said yesterday on your show. Yeah.
Well, no, it's fine. We're supposed to disagree. But, I mean, it's okay. There you go, Phil. From John to you. Right. John, we'll see you. Hey, I don't know. We'll be back tomorrow. Maybe not, but maybe. All right. Looking for you then.
All right, Ronbo. Hey. It's a pleasure as always. Like, subscribe. Shout out to all those haters going after Denise. Screw you. Don't be mean to women. And Ronbo, Niners all day.
All day. Yes. 49ers Ultimate Report. Tag him. Get on him. He's got content you need to hear. Night, fam. Wah, 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 Runa.
Hey, Ronbo.
Runa. Hey,
how about you?
Man, hey, absolutely fine. I'm loving what the 49ers, they do things that in hindsight, when you look at what they've done, you realize the 49ers learn from every disaster. Last year, we ran out of bodies And they were trying to prepare for that last year, and it didn't work. This year the 49ers went buck wild with the running back room. I suspect this is going to be a trend. Next year, we're going to get more cornerbacks than anybody's ever gotten before. So we're gonna. But I like what they did with this running back room because now
Yes.
that is such a thing to fall back on because we're gonna have one of the best running games in town as we did in 2019. Runa, do you like that formula? Is that the path
Yes.
to success?
Yes. Let me take a step back, Ronbo. Why I like not only drafting running backs, the whole drafting strategy. Because if you think about it, last year, uh, if we break down the season, we had four problems. If we list down quarterback situation, special teams, offensive line, then
Oh God.
finally injuries.
Oh,
So out of these four,
there's a lot
uh,
of problems.
yes, out of these four, first three uh, are some things that we could do about. Injuries, we cannot uh, do anything about that.
Oh.
But this team went ahead and did something about it. One of the important theories in sports is that many successful athletes and teams follow the theory of control what you can and do not worry about what you cannot control.
Mm.
So they drafted a quarterback. It's an expensive trade. Still, they went up to number 3, brave move, and got a quarterback they wanted. Then they got offensive line and Mostert, even though he's talented, he got injured last year. So
Mm, mm,
then we had to fall behind. Uh, Same with Jefferson Jr. So
mm.
they got running backs as well. So
And Jet
what
McKinnon
they are,
is still trying to recover from his injury, and
yes,
of course Tevin Coleman was he hurt
yes,
last year? I think as well.
yeah,
He just didn't look right, and he came in late.
yes.
He didn't start. He didn't in the game till what, week 3, week 4?
Actually, I cannot exactly remember which week it was. So basically, Kyle Shanahan is saying, I don't care what anyone is saying. I mean, Kyle and John Lynch together, we don't care what anyone is saying. We are going to control our fate, how we are going to look our own future. So now after this draft, this team looks really strong, and they know they can control their future in NFC West. So I really like this draft. I always give them a plus for what they did
Yeah,
throughout this draft and off season altogether. I think only thing that we need is if we can add a wide receiver, mm, that would be brilliant.
yeah,
Even if not, I think we have enough weapons to have a brilliant season.
yeah. And you know what? I got reprimanded on Twitter. I didn't take it well, but I understand. You know what? I don't. Maybe we don't need any more wide receivers, Maroon. I just realized. What if Jalen Hurd comes back? You still got Travis Benjamin. Richie James can come out of the slot probably well. The only problem I worry about is if Debo can his famous hamstrings, because the guy's got the most powerful hamstrings in the world, and they'll snap. So
Yes,
what should I say? They're
that's
not most powerful hamstrings in the world, but Debo runs like a
yes,
maniac. So I'm a little concerned.
yes.
I hope he can stay on the field.
Yes, that's the only problem because even during the last press conference, someone asked, especially from John Lynch, the situation about Jalen Hurd, and he said that Jalen has been working, and we have to see how the progress is. But there is a kind of a problem with the depth, in my opinion,
It
with
is.
regards to injuries. Talent is there, obviously, in that wide receiver room, but uh, due to injuries, there is a slight hiccup. But I I don't know. For some reason, I have a big faith in this front office. So I believe they will get something done
I
for
know.
that as well.
Oh, I tell you, maybe and then you get Jennings. Same thing. Jennings pulls up with another famous hamstring.
Yes.
Hamstrings are not supposed. Well, I had a hamstring once. You mentally you're afraid to explode. Uh,
Yes.
if you, it does mess with your mind. Even if the doctor
Yes,
says, yeah, it should be okay. Okay. And as soon as you walk, that tweak, have you ever pulled a muscle runa in your hamstring? That hurts
that
so
hurts. That
bad.
hurts like hell.
God, that hurts. And all of a sudden,
Yes.
you can't straighten the leg out. So it leaves a mental scar.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So,
that hurts.
yes. The next time you do something, it comes back to your mind. Will I hurt it again?
And you can make it hurt. You can probably
Yes.
make it hurt too.
Yes.
Anyway, compensating. Anyway, hopefully these guys will get over this. Well, Runa,
Yes.
as usual, good stuff, man. And let's maybe back tomorrow. I'm gonna watch the headlines and see if there's anything worth talking
Okay.
about tomorrow. All right.
Okay, Ronbo. Thanks for
Hey,
having me as usual. Have a good
always a
night.
pleasure. Have a good night, fam. Okay, McWorld, listen. Anybody that thinks I don't tolerate racism, guys, I don't want to see any racist jokes. McWorld, you know what I'm talking about. Don't do that. Okay? Thank you. Hey, Stefan Music says, agreed. Jimmy's a true Niner, and true Niners have class. Go Niners, Stefan. Thanks for the contribution, fam. Absolutely. Oh, God. Mrs. Mahomeboy's illegitimate child is hanging around the chat again. Oh, God. Give me a break. Weed must be really good out there if you scrubs believe. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Mahomeboy. And, yeah. Okay. Guys, you can have at him. He's not picking at women. I don't mind that. But he's put himself in the briar patch. Cut him up. Hey, James.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
James, you got some noise going on. You're not being attacked by aliens, are you?
No. Just moving around a little bit. Sorry about that. But can you hear me okay now?
Yeah, I can hear you. And the noise is gone too. Good. Hey, James, I'm looking at this running back room. The 49ers have done it again. They built the ground forces this year look like Green Berets out there, man. I'm telling you, this is crazy. I love it, and it's deep. Ain't no wimps or weaklings in that entire group. Well, you know that the fast kid may need some work, but he's got Bobby Turner and Kyle Shanahan working on him. How bad is he going to be? You know. So, what do you think?
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, I give a shout out to you in production for all that y'all do.
Thanks.
I haven't called in since the draft. I've been listening though, and two-part answer. First answer is I'm glad we drafted Trey Lance. I was an advocate for Mac Jones up until Tuesday before the draft, and I've seen something that Trey Lance did well and Mac Jones didn't do that well. And when I think about it, when it comes to scheme fit, Mac Jones will sit back in the pocket. He's very accurate and consistent, and then his anticipation is good. But when he rolls out to do that hook on a bootleg, it ain't pretty. It just ain't pretty. And we run 2017 when we got Jimmy for them 5 games we won. We ran about 68% of play action pass play.
Yep. And
Trey Lance he can hook the boot on play action very well. And back to the answer about the running back situation. I'm going to tell you, I think something is going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. I don't know if maybe Raheem is starting that agenda about more money. And, he's not, first and foremost, he's not a 3-down back, okay? And let's be real, he can't stay healthy in these last 2 years. It's been one thing after another. And so, we lost Jerick McKinnon. We lost Tevin Coleman, thank God. And, Jermichael Hasty broke his collarbone. Yeah. And then we drafted this kid, Sermon. And I don't know if anybody realizes it or not, but he broke the NCAA rushing record with it was a game. I think he put up something like 337, 331 yards in a game.
He's that guy.
That's him. That's that guy that's on the 49ers roster right now. That's that guy.
That made big news. Even if you don't watch college football, you heard about that. 300
yards. And the thing about it, though, Ronbo, all the way back to 2017 when we did have Carlos Hyde, you notice how Jimmy was able to without even knowing the playbook that well, how that offense excelled with him, because that 3-down back is extremely important in that offense. We haven't had that in the last 2 years, really, since Carlos Hyde left.
That's true.
That's an important, that's something we need, because that changes what the defense has to do, to whereas if you're playing these guys, you're throwing them out in the flat, they can see them going out in the flat. They can see the halfback passes. But when you've got this one constant hammer that's killing them through that middle, weakening that defensive line and making them linebackers have to play it close to the line because he's coming. And now, we have a quarterback of the future now that if you let him do the hooking on the bootleg, listen, I think Kyle is actually reinvigorating that West Coast offense with this draft pick. And I'm going to say this much. Trey Lance is going to be a superstar. But I will say this. You really need to look at all the tape on him in college games, because he's got some real things to work on, man. His mechanics a little bit, as well as the anticipation of the throws, because I went up on YouTube just to check out his highlights. There's some quarterback guy on there that was breaking down film on him, and he blew my mind in some of the things that he spoke about, and they were true, because I understand that he didn't have a bunch of turnovers, but if you look at some of the tape in some of them games against defenses that weren't that good, he could have had some games 3 and 4 interceptions in a game. And those defenses were not that great that he played against. Now, I'm not saying he's not going to be a great player, but it's going to take time. You understand? And I think that it may take more than a year, truth be told.
Yeah,
because when he goes,
James,
goes through his progressions, he won't go through the whole package of the progressions. He'll go like 1, 2, and then he'll take off running. And he'll go dead up the middle running. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in the NFL, you're going to get hurt doing that real fast. And the thing about when he goes to set his hips to throws, there's a little bit of a hitch problem. That can be coached out of him. But it's going to take time. Yeah. It's going to take a little time, man. But I'm proud for a scheme fit in what we do. I looked at it Tuesday and see the sadness in Mac Jones on that bootleg. I could outthrow it. I could outrun that bootleg. Okay.
Jason, what nearly as bad is the sadness when they put the camera on him when he's sitting in that green room. But Jason, we're going to run out of time.
It was. And yeah, man. But, Ronbo, like I said, man, I think that running game, there's going to be some things that we did not expect that's going to happen, because why would you pay one running back more money than any other running back in the room, and he's not a 3-down back? That doesn't make a lot of sense financially. Yeah, you bring in these younger guys that will probably outdo him, and I hope it does happen. But anyway, I'm happy. I give this draft an A all across the board. We're going to be great going forward. And Nana Empire, Nana for life. Thank you for having me. And
always a pleasure, James. All right, man.
And good night to all. Take care. Thank you.
Good stuff, James. Thanks, fam. Talk to you later.
You too, man.
And Stefan Music says, unlike Patricia, my homegirl, who has 0 class, enjoy your 1 Super Bowl the Niners gifted you. No. Stefan, let me make a correction there. The referees gifted them, because the refs called them fouls in last year's Super Bowl, and you see what happened. Should have been 2 in a row. They got their ass whooped. Hey, Santana.
What's up, Ronbo? How's your night going today, man?
Santana, man, it's going awesome, man. It's that time of year, because as soon as you start sliding toward OTAs, man, my whole disposition changes on a daily. I'm telling you, man, I love it. Even when I'm working out and doing the most grueling cardio, I feel good, and I hate cardio. So do my mood swinging time. Hey, but Santana, man, what are you feeling about this running back room, man? We made some real adjustment there, huh? We got 5 or 6 running backs now, all high quality. And you heard what James just said. I didn't even know we had the dude that somebody said 334 yards, 3 TDs, And it was, but they say it's against Northwestern. I don't know what kind of team Wait a minute, isn't
It
Northwestern?
was a good defense. They had a good defense.
Yeah, Northwestern. Didn't they have a pretty good defense? Weren't they the ones that gave
Yeah,
Fields a little bit of trouble?
Justin Fields, I fit.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. Yep. And I think Trey Sermon is the one that kind of bailed them out on that one a little bit. But either way, it doesn't take the fact that Justin Fields is still a good quarterback. But yeah, Ronbo, the running backs are a great addition to the team. I mean, we're a run first team, So and then we're beefing up the O line. So it's looking good. Ronbo is definitely looking good. I think that if Jimmy G starts, I think he could have a good season. Because he's for sure going to have protection, and he's definitely going to have running backs to help him out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if it's Trey Lance, it's also going to be good for him because I've heard some stuff about like Trey Lance that they're going to use him as like a running the running game and like use him kind of like Lamar Jackson and stuff like that. But
I think it's mostly fans manufactured. But you got to be careful of that. I've heard this too. It's picking up. It's picking up in paragraphs. Every day.
Yeah,
a little bit more about that. Let's see where it goes though.
No, but yeah, it's picking up. But I doubt that because then why would they draft two more running backs in the draft if they're going to run Trey Lance if he was to play? Let's just say if he was to play.
Yeah.
Like,
that's why
you know what I'm saying? Like, no.
I say if he comes
it's
out
not
there,
true,
Santana,
no.
he's going to be coming out there to run a play. I don't think they have him out there. Taysom Hill. I even made that joke. I don't think Shanahan's not going to do that to him. I can't imagine that. No, it's risky.
No. Yeah, it's risky, and not only that, I think he got the running backs. Like, let's just say Trey Lance starts. He got the running backs because Trey Lance is going to be in the pocket. I don't think Kyle Shanahan is gonna scheme up plays for him to run. Like, no. I think he's gonna try to keep his scheme the way it is, running game. And if they try to stop the run and stuff like that, or double team someone, then he's gonna have the flexibility to use his quarterback so he can even out the play and make it 11-11. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the way I can see him using them. But other than that, that's why we have 5 running backs and they're all studs. And I think that's why obviously he went for running backs because of the same reason. But like I said, I mean, Jimmy G and Trey Lance are just in a good situation right now, Ronbo.
Yeah.
And I love the competition. I love how Jimmy G was he's humble and he knows that everything that's going on, I'm pretty sure he has in his conscience is because he hasn't been able to be been healthy, and he knows that. So he welcomes the competition, and the way he reached out to Trey Lance and stuff like that. That's just that just speaks
that's pure class.
a lot about Jimmy G.
And volumes,
class, yep.
Huge volumes, you're right?
Yes, sir.
I like that guy, man.
Yes.
So we're gonna see what happens.
And then yep, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. But yeah, Ronbo, I mean. I'm looking excited. Did you see that O-line they got from Mexico?
Yeah, I'm hearing about it. I saw the headline. I was going through like a bunch of stuff. I didn't stop and see that one. I didn't even know who they were talking about. So, we'll see.
Yeah, real quick, Ronbo, he's big. He's 6'9", 320 or something like that.
Right.
But the thing about him, he's thick. His legs are thick. His calves are thick. And he can move too. He's light on his feet.
Yeah.
And I think when Adam Peters called him up, he's like, "Yeah, man, we saw that dunk he did or whatever." So he's light. He's quick. He has agility.
I just realized 6'9", of course he can slam.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty athletic though, because his team didn't they win a championship? So man.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, but we'll see. He needs to make the team first, but he has potential. I think he's a project for sure. I don't think he's fully. Because it's different. I want to say the league from Mexico to the NFL or college is different.
True.
But he's definitely he can definitely be something for sure. So we'll see what happens.
Got to take a look, man. Because if he could come in and do something with that kind of a size, Trent Brown can't be huge like that. He's lighter than Trent Brown, a little taller. So that means he's a little more.
Oh, he's lighter
looking. Yeah.
Oh, he's more athletic than Trent Brown, 100%. But yeah, so we'll see. I mean, it's an Adam Peters pick, so he should be good. You know, he should be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Adam Peters brought him in. Hey, we may have
Yeah,
something
he's the one
there.
that. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
We'll see.
So
All
we'll
right,
see,
Santana.
man. All right, Ronbo,
man.
good chat, man. Good
Hey.
talking to you, man.
Same here, fam.
Yeah.
Talk to you possibly tomorrow.
Yeah,
Otherwise, definitely the next day. All
See
right,
ya.
man.
All right, man.
Hey, have a good night.
Later.
Oh, Salvador. I heard that, Sal. Somebody's yelling out 6'9"? Hey, you know what a football player looks like in a uniform at that height? This dude walks out of the field. It's got to be like frightening. That's going to be huge. And 340 something? Woo! If he's got good pad level, and he's got, I want to see if he can play basketball. That already tells me he's athletic. You know what I'm saying? Salvador. All right. You know, I was just thinking about Dion earlier today. I talked to Dion, since before the draft. Hey, Dion.
Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
Hey, fam. You know, a lot's happened since I last talked to you. Trey Lance has been added. We went buck wild with running backs in the draft. Jimmy G spoke for the first time today. I said, what? God, this is funny. And then the D shows up. D, your assessment on all these things. Run it down, D.
Oh, man, it's definitely the first pick was perfect. And what I had to learn for the rest of the draft was these guys are looking to play bully ball. Yes. I like the DBs. Yes. I like the offensive linemen. I wasn't too keen on the running backs, honestly. And the only reason is neither one of them have home run speed. You know, Trey Sermon's a good back. He's a bruising runner. And, you know, he had a couple of runs, but he doesn't have that Raheem Mostert motor.
Gone
and
speed.
Same thing for Elijah Mitchell. But, you know, at the end of the day,
Elijah Mitchell, that boy runs faster than him.
No, he don't run. Nobody runs faster than him.
Well, I did go too far with that. But the thing,
he runs, nobody runs faster than him.
He's a 4'3" dude, though.
Yeah, he's like a 4'2", 3" dude. Yeah, no, man. Like these dudes are, these dudes are coming in, and I think what it is it's to be honest with you, I think it creates a good competition in the backfield. And I think that, honestly, we'll see somebody wind up losing a job. We may see a Jermichael Hasty be gone.
Yeah.
You know? What I'm worried about right now is the wide receivers.
Yeah.
And that's honestly it. You know, we've got more than enough running backs. We got our quarterback of the future. And I hope everybody didn't anticipate Jimmy, you know, being mean to Trey Lance. It's not in him. It's not in his character. And
true.
like he said, Tom helped him, so why wouldn't he help Trey? And at the same time, you can't be mad at that young man. It wasn't his fault they drafted him. You know what I'm saying? It honestly, when you look at it in hindsight, it's your fault. You're not healthy. And Kyle was very, very straightforward about that. He said, look, man, love him when he's on the field, but he ain't ever on the field.
Oh, yeah. So Jim's got to pass that hurdle and try to stay on the field, especially this year. So
exactly, but with our wide receiving core outside of Debo and IU, what do we have? Because I really was very, very pissed when Kyle was like, "I think we can win with the receivers we have."
That's why I got all the running backs.
Yeah. Let's recap, Kyle. So we have Debo. Okay, love it. We got IU. Okay, love it. After that, we go with some dude named Sherfield, no one knows about. We have a Bolton River Craycraft.
Yeah.
We have the worthless Kevin White, who's done nothing in the league since he's been drafted. Oh, by the way, Jawan Jennings had a hamstring injury that was so bad he couldn't get on the field. Jalen Hurts is fragile as an egg. He can't get on the field. You don't give Richie James any opportunity to make any plays on the offense outside of the Green Bay game.
Anyway.
Let's see. Yeah, and then we've got I think Ricky Proehl's son, Austin Proehl, We've got Sammy Watkins' cousin. And we like, this is what I'm saying. Like, we don't have anybody outside of Debo and Ayuk. Like, come on
I've been
now,
crying
Kyle.
about this for how many years? This is what I'm saying. People be slamming, dunking, beating up on Jimmy. I said, you know what? I might give him some weapons, real weapons. Kendrick Bourne was gone, and he was starting to come around as somebody reliable. I mean, but you know what?
He was
Debo
the
and Ayuk
only
is a good
receiver
place
we
to
had
start.
that stayed healthy. He's the only receiver we had to stay healthy. Every
is
year,
amazing.
year in and year out. If there's one thing you can count on Kendrick Bourne to be, available. And that's why the man got the contract. And I'm going to follow him while he's in New England. I pray to God that Ken throws him a lot of balls.
I would go
and I hope that he succeeds. Because I love Ken. I love Kendrick. I do. But for me, honestly, that's where it comes in. And John Lynch was nowhere near encouraging. Well, yeah, we're encouraged with Jalen's progress. John, stop lying. Y'all already lied to us about Mac Jones.
As soon as you use the word
Stop
progress.
lying.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Just say straight up, look, man, he probably ain't gonna get on the field, and we don't know if he is gonna be on the field or not. Just keep it 100. You lied already. You got everybody about the draft. You and Kyle had a good laugh. Start telling your fans the truth, because we don't want to sit here in the dark and think that Jalen Hurts is gonna get on the field, because everybody keeps jumping on that gravy train and that one play in the preseason, which means nothing. Because he ain't done nothing in the real season.
See, that's why people get on my case for wanting Kyle Pitts. See, I'm telling you, what? I mean, I want somebody out there that can honestly be a threat on the receiving end and hurt
Pitts
people.
Is a nasty threat, too. That young man is going to be very special in the league. He is. I agree with you on that. But that's where I'm already, Ronbo. I don't think anything else is going to be an issue. I love the DBs. Ooh, oh my gosh. I have a buddy who's a Big Ten guy, and let me tell you something. Ambry Thomas, that young man is going to be a problem.
I've heard about
so
that.
I can tell you right now, Dante Johnson, you might be going back to the couch.
No, they'll keep him on
speed dial. You might be going back home. Yeah, he'll be on speed dial. He will.
And he'll be back for the year's over, which is scaring me to death. D, we can go. And it's so good to hear from you again. Right. I'm telling you, fam.
Same here, brother.
Yeah. 90 Gang Podcast. D, how many handles you got? Because are you still 90 Gang Podcast? Because I was checking that.
Oh, yeah, always. Yeah. I'm still 90 Gang Podcast. Because I know you're going to take a break. You're
going to take a break this time of year, then.
No, I'm gonna try to keep going and keep it open.
Right.
It's because I know we're winding down, but I'll try to keep up with everything that I can and see if we can keep some content rolling. I just did a draft recap not too long ago, just to take a look at everything, and I like to get other people's opinions. So we're gonna keep it going, man. We got a couple people. Oh, if you got Mariah in your chat, Ronbo. Mariah has started her own podcast. Mariah Faithful. Yeah, she's got hers going. Hopefully, we can get her on. But thank you, man. Appreciate you. I know you got to go.
Yeah,
have a wonderful evening. Nothing but love to you, brother.
Love you back, fam. And can't wait to talk to you again. All right, fam. Night D. Oh, God. Hey, and let's go back to Salvador. Boy, my homeboy. Boy, he in there. He thinks he's in there scoring points, don't he? Boy, he's talking more trash. Oh, Salvador. Boy, Patrick, boy, you're just mad because my homeboy ran off the field in last Super Bowl. I mean, literally got ran off the field, too. They sacked his little butt how many times? He's going down. You can see his face in terror. Oh. Hey, Mario. I wonder if that's us. Mario.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey. Who's that? Is that Mario?
Yes, sir.
Hey. Mario, come on in, man. Because, hey,
Ronbo.
We're looking at the running back room and thinking, oh, Cal?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you guys got some running backs, huh? These guys are all of them legit. Ain't nobody less than 4-point-something yards a carry. And then you got Hakeem, of course, averaging 5. So you know what? That running back room is stacked. I'm worried about some guys on the practice squad. Yeah. But you like this idea?
Oh,
I mean, we're going to be running the ball down teams' throats this year. And setting up that play action is going to take on a whole new definition this year.
Oh, yes. 100%. Sir.
Will we lead the league in ground yards this year again, ahead of teams
Yeah.
that like to throw the ball a lot and get nothing done, while we go 8-0, 9-0, 10-0, 49ers leading the league in running yards. It's not even
Exactly.
close.
Exactly.
We still have an air attack, but still.
Almost.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the running attack sets up the air attack. That's what's going to make it so deadly.
It's the bottom line right there. You know, anytime that secondary wants to sit up close. Go ahead, guys, sit up close, man. You're going to have to do that anyway to stay with the play action anyhow. Boom! Oh, there goes Richie James downfield, or Brandon Ayuk. Ayuk's got good speed. I think we can use him like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You definitely got us with the deep ball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who else could really maybe kill him.
Mario, Richie James actually I don't know why, but Richie James was very often open downfield. I don't know if the defense lagged off him or what, but you see Richie James constantly open downfield. I don't know what Kyle's looking at.
Yeah,
I must be wrong, but he could have. Travis Benjamin's going to be on the team, I guess. I haven't picked out the 6 guys yet.
If he stays healthy.
Benjamin's old. He doesn't get hurt very much. He just opted out last year because of COVID. But there's an experienced guy that's quick out of the slot. I think we got our slot guy in Travis Benjamin. I don't know, Mario, about the passing game. I don't know how they're going to do this. You know Ayuk and Debo are going to be fine. After that, who?
Oh, yes. Yeah. No, I think it's very telling about Hurd and his injury, since we didn't pick up anyone. I think they got that secret weapon right there.
Maybe that's why.
They don't know.
But Jalen, the guy can't get out of preseason. Is he going to get out of preseason this year? I never seen a guy that couldn't get out of preseason. Guys get hurt.
Hey, third time's the charm.
That's like you say, Jalen. Jalen, come on, man. If I was Kyle, I might not even let him play until week 1. And
Oh, no.
He gets one preseason game.
He's still on the roster.
He gets one preseason game.
I can't wait to see him cook.
Yeah, and then after that, all right, Jalen, sit down over here. What? Yeah, I just want you to sit down. Relax. In fact, don't stand. Sit.
Don't even let him play the preseason game.
And then put him in bubble wrap for the rest of the year until season starts.
For real.
Mario, do you know how much that guy could help us if he could just stay on the field? 6'4", 6'5", good speed, strong as an ox. Blocking, he loves to block.
The measurables?
Yeah. That's
for contact. That's a Kyle Shanahan guy right there.
I know, man.
Just
because Juwan Jennings is not all that much in blocking, from what I understand, but Jalen seems to like it.
Ooh, I'm hoping we pick up like a vet. At least, if not, at least get some depth. But I don't know. I'm not really liking the depth right now. Maybe the undrafted free agent got something. Yeah, wide receiver.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not really feeling Richie James like you do, man. But I don't know. Hopefully
I'm hoping, Mario. I'm not expecting. I'm wishing and hoping. Richie.
Oh yeah.
That game against the Green Bay Packers, Mario. Richie looked like undiscovered talent out there. Who is this dude?
I know.
That's Richie James. No,
he always
it
has
ain't.
those flashes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Find out. Because I want one of those fast guys. Because we do need a guy to take the top off the defense, right? So, yeah. And we saw
the
3.
Division took them all.
Yeah. Rams.
Yeah.
Hawks.
I hated that.
Cards. Come on, Kyle. We don't get any?
Oh, my God.
No, we get a running
I thought it was
back.
our turn. No.
Okay. Maybe we'll be okay. I guess.
No, we love to run the ball.
Yeah. And there's no, you didn't even go for it. Jamar Chase was the premier wide receiver to go for this year, too. If you can't get Jamar Chase, then you get Kyle Pitts. You can get one or the other, but you don't, you lose out on both. Now everybody else is good, but that was the cream of the crop. We'll be fine. Mario, we will be fine. We're still going to win.
No, I know so. 100%.
All right, fam.
All year.
I may see you tomorrow. Otherwise, definitely see you the next day, all right? Looking for you.
All right. See you, Rumble.
Hey, Mario. Talk to you later. Man. Don't you love it when my homeboy decides to visit us on a consistent basis? Thank you for the contribution, Mr. Homeboy. And Rumble, Fields is way better than Lance. You lost. Okay. How he knows that, I don't know. I mean, they ain't played no games yet. Here comes the other. Well, it's the troll hour. Here comes Rudy. Rudy, thank you for the contribution. He says, Niner quarterback stable, Rosen, Sudfeld, Johnson, Iffy G, and Lance. We go, hey, Shay.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Shay, man, I'm looking at this running back room, man, and you start to speculate. Mario just made me think about that by mentioning the fact that we didn't even think about a wide receiver. And then, Shay, I'd love to shed some light on that. We went crazy with the running backs and didn't look at no wide receivers as we watched the Rams, the Hawks, and the Cards all pick up new speedy guys. So, Shay, I like our formula for success. We're going to be physical. We're going to beat teams up. We're going to have them laying on the field bleeding. I kind of like that idea of football as well, though. What are you thinking?
No, yeah, Rambo. I mean, that's the same formula they ran in 2019, man.
Kind
Like,
of.
let's be real. We beat teams up, right? We ran the ball down people's throat that couldn't stop us, and then our defense went ahead and just pummeled every quarterback that they came across. So, yeah, I mean, it's technically to me it's the same formula. They got stronger offensive linemen, and they got more, and they got a couple power backs back there. So, yeah, I mean, I think the wole game plan is physicality, man. We're gonna beat teams up. No, Rambo, yeah, I mean, listen,
and stay on the field all day with that run game like that. Well, I just thought about that, Shay. That's also an advantage. All right.
Absolutely. No, you're right, Rambo. I mean, and also too, like it couldn't hurt. Like to me, I love the running back room right now, man. I think this is a necessary running back room because again, man. I mean, we are 3 years in a row where guys were just dropping like flies, man. Not one could stay healthy, from Mostert all the way to Tevin Coleman, all the way to even Matt Breida was missing time with hamstrings. So, like, we had guys that were in and out. McKinnon, he started just last year, but he wasn't on the roster for 3 years. So we've had an injury problem when it comes to the running back room.
Badly.
I'm just being honest. So, at the end of the day, this many bodies, to me, is necessary to keep the scheme alive because, we're a nice zone run scheme first, and then, we build the play action and we pass out of it, which is perfect. Kyle's formula works, man. It's proven to work. His daddy's done it. His daddy's won Super Bowls. He went to 2 Super Bowls within the last 5 years. So we all have faith in Kyle. And I think this many running backs is definitely necessary, Rumble. I love the Trey Sermon pick. I do love the Trey Sermon pick. I think this guy's really physical, man. I think the Niner fans are going to fall in love with him. This kid is just a beast. But, yeah, Rumble, I mean, again, about the wide receiver thing, it sucked, man, because there was a lot of talent left on the board, even late. Like, we had guys like Daz Newsome that, like I said, I was very fond of.
He was one of my guys, too. Yes, I like him.
Yeah, Trayvon Grimes, another tall guy that was in the 6th, 7th round. These guys fell, but, they did pick up a good undrafted free agent in Austin Watkins, who is pretty good, man. He's very physical. He's a physical. I honestly think that he could come in and contribute. I even think he might go as far as to be the 3rd receiver on the depth chart because this kid is definitely talented, man, and a lot of scouts were high on him. So, and a lot of people, like, when they did the undrafted boards, they had him as one of the top guys, and the Niners picked him up. So it's just interesting to see. But, I mean, I'm excited for the season. Rudy comes in this chat and talks all this stuff. But, I mean, the Niners, that man Rams ain't picked since like a 1st-round pick since 2017. So
that's why he's upset.
And they're one injury, right? And they're one injury away from like not even being contenders. Because I promise you, listen, if Aaron Donald goes down or Jalen Ramsey goes down, I mean, if you look at that roster, it becomes immediately trash. So like, come on, Rudy, like, let's be real here, bro. So. Let's call a spade, buddy. Like, your team is really hollow. There's no depth after that. After that, if any of the top guys go out, you guys are in trouble. So I'm not worried about the Rams. I do think the 49ers are the team to beat, Ronbo. Honestly, not only do we have a really good schedule that benefits us, but we're just the way we got better. And like you said, from this Elijah Mitchell kid, I'm excited to see him. I watched some tape. He looks really fast on film. So I'm excited to give that one 1-2 combo with Trey Sermon as well as Mozart. I'm glad Mozart finally, I wanted him to be a 3-down back, but sometimes he gets injured too much, and either he rolls an ankle or it's something wrong with the forearm or something. And hopefully he comes back with a healthier year. But I think everybody on this roster that is now a running back, it's much needed, Ronbo. I really do. From William Gallman, I think he was a good free agent signing too, Ronbo. I think he has really good potential. So I'm excited to see. We're gonna have so many fresh bodies coming in, and I think I wouldn't say this offense. I'm not gonna equivalent this running back room to the defensive line that we had in 2019, but I'm saying it's gonna be. I'm not saying that it's gonna be as dominant, but I'm saying as in it's nice to see all the fresh rotational pieces that we'll have. The guys will be coming in fresh, right? So the same thing with the running back room, and how we had that D line, like everybody was coming in fresh. So I'm excited, Ronbo. I really am. I think Kyle and John did good. So
yeah, and at the same time, they were smart enough to know, no matter what everybody's crying about, get Aaron Banks. I'm gonna put him on that right side. And we're going to have the smash mouth all day long, but these guys are going to be moving in space.
Like I said, I wasn't mad that Aaron Banks was a pick. I was just mad because I felt there was a lot of talent left on the board. But I do see the concern with Azeez Ojulari. I didn't know the heart thing came out. I didn't know that. But, there was still some really good edge talent, like Ronnie Perkins was still out there. Some good edge. But at the end of the day, I felt, we got the guard. We solidified that spot. Now let's go maul people. You know what I mean? Let's go, run people over, smash mouth. And I think that's the game we're going to play. So,
and it's always fun watching that anywhere, And then all of a sudden, play action. Whoa! What was wide open? Oh, God! There was nobody within 15 feet. They was playing to run. Ah!
Right.
I love that stuff.
I know, Ronbo. I know we're about to pull up, but I just want to give a shout out to one quick Jimmy G, Ronbo, Pro's Pro, man. I heard the interview. Listen, you know how I felt. I wanted a quarterback, but the way Jimmy G's handled this, you can't deny the sheer Pro's Pro of that guy, man. Just the kind of mindset he has, and you can see why everybody loves him in that locker room. He is a true leader. It's just unfortunate with the health issues and stuff like that. So, but all right, Ronbo, shout out to my guys, TNT. Shout out to production. Shout out to you, brother. God bless you, and you have a good one, okay?
Thanks, Shay. All back at you, all right? Talk to you later. Maybe back tomorrow. We'll see. All right, fam.
Okay. Sounds good, Ronbo. Bye-bye.
Oh, let's see. Ray Jr., you're right. I'll just say thank you very much to those fellows and keep on moving. There's no point in giving them a voice in their BS. Ray Jr., thanks for bringing that to my attention. I don't know what I was thinking. Hey, Salvador!
RONBO, Red&Gold Radio.
Sal, man, we're getting ready to watch brutal football this year. I like that. I sometimes we get too excited about watching the bombs going downfield and everything. There's something really fun about watching teams get beat up trying to stop the 49ers from running the ball. If we look like we did in 2019, that was a lot of fun. And and get more play action going on, because I still want to see passing game, because Debo and Ayuk are not to be denied. They got to get more than 6 or 7 touches a week. But, Sal, how you feeling about this? You can see the momentum shift in what they want to do. We want to beat people up. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely, Ronbo. I agree with you. This offense is going to be like, version 2.0. You know what I'm saying? In 2019, we were really fast. We had unorthodox kind of runs, a lot of sweeps, wide receiver runs. We're still going to get that, but Shanahan. He was saying, I think Chris Sims said in one of his latest videos that a lot of teams, they're catching on to us. They're using the same plays, they're using the same concepts. So we got to switch it up on them. So Trey Lance was always a factor. Justin Fields was always a factor too. Just the running aspect. We needed to kind of improve our offense. You know what I'm saying? For the future.
For what you just said, and that was an excellent point. You got to do a little tweaking, because everybody's picking up what you're doing to the point where they're even copying what you're doing. So now y'all copy this. Like Shannon's probably thinking that all the time.
Yeah, Ronbo. And, just to touch up on, we'll definitely get the wide receivers involved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'll come in on those runs. Actually, while while I was listening to the callers, I was watching this. We signed that Mexican player from
Hey, what's his name? Does anybody know his
El-
name?
yeah, Alfredo Gutierrez. So he
Yeah, hey,
is
what's
from
Gutierrez? Hey, what's his first name?
yeah, Alfredo Gutierrez.
Alfredo Gutierrez.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So he's from Monterrey, and he plays for the it looks like the Rams of the of the Mexican team.
Is that right?
So
With the same kind of uniform?
yeah, yeah, exactly. They're called the Borregos. it's the Rams. That's pretty funny. But dude, that guy's pretty massive. So I mean, I love this offseason how we're beefing up the line. Wish we could have done that last year. It really would have saved Jimmy G. It really would have saved a lot of it would have saved the running back. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, probably would have kept Jimmy G healthy. But
that's
here nor there.
They always make adjustments. One thing about the 49ers we never have to worry about, Sal. If something sucked the year before, they immediately go see if they can fix that.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, Ronbo. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be smash mouth this year. I asked Matt Barrows over under 30 touchdowns rushing, and he said under, but he said under.
Wait, under 30 rushing?
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, not Barrows. Cam Inman. I'm sorry, 49ers.cam. Inman. Yeah,
I like Cam. He's what is
yeah.
He writes for not the Chronicle, not the Examiner. Wait, what Cam writes for? Mercury News. Hey, you know what's funny though? You said 30 TDs?
Yeah, 30 TDs.
He says under.
He said under. I think it's doable.
Yeah.
The Saints got it.
Yeah.
The Saints just kind of had.
Okay, if I had to go with a bet, I'd say they get. I think they're going to go 30. They're going to, because they're going to really crush it this year. I really
put it in
think
the
so.
chat.
Yeah. Hey, chat, 30 TDs or not
over
for the 49ers? 17 weeks.
Rushing,
yeah. Right.
Oh, yeah, 17 games. Hey, put that. You got to factor that, too. There's 17 games. A lot of records going to be broken. It's a new age.
Right. 2021,
you got to think about that, Ronbo. It's a new age.
And that's how they got 28 touchdowns or 29 going into that week 17. And that Cam's going to say, look, you know what? Okay, but they barely made it. And they wouldn't have made it if they wouldn't have had 17 games. Cam, it's your fault. You knew we were playing 17 games this year. 31 touchdowns, Niners. Yes. So, especially if Heem stays on the field all year. Sal, this is the guy that from the line of scrimmage can bust a move through the line. If he gets through the line, it's over. Wherever you're at, it's too late.
Scary.
Heem's gone.
That's deadly. Yep. Remember week 1 and week 2?
Yeah.
Highlights.
I was
Human
shocked.
highlight reel.
That was scary.
Yeah, he was.
Whoa. That's Heem. Damn. So, it's all about health with this team. Always. So, we stay healthy.
Hey, Ronbo.
They're dead meat.
Hey, Ronbo. I'm just chilling because, my starter is Jimmy G. And until my future starter, Trey Lance, overthrows him, I'm chilling. No hate in my heart. You always got to support the team.
Absolutely.
You always got to support the team.
Absolutely.
You always got to, support,
whoever's out there running, because the quarterback's not out there for us. He's out there for us. So to hate on him is something that's why I always get into these arguments and fights. Come on, man. You'll be hating on my quarterback, man. He's doing the best he can, and he's winning most of the time, as long as he's on the field. That's the problem. Hey, Sam, we got to go, though, fam. We're out of time.
All right, Ronbo. Yeah. Take care.
All right, fam. Night.
All right, Ronbo. Hey, thank you. You have a good night.
Thank you, fam. Night. And Beto.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Beto, man, we're sitting there. And it's so funny, because we're talking about the run game and what we're going to do, but you have, in that same thing, you have to be worried about, the offensive line. And then, I didn't know who they were talking about in the chat. We're talking about Alfredo Gutierrez. I said, what?
I know, I've been hearing that.
6'9", 3 what? I mean, I'm gonna see. I can't wait to go see the highlights. I just found out about this because I've been doing 100 things. Haven't been able to see who the UDFAs are yet, you know. And also, Bethel, Jimmy G speaks. Jimmy says,
Yeah,
"Look, I'm gonna do all I can
I've seen
for this."
that broadcast too.
Yeah.
I go, this right here should show. You know, look at Aaron Rodgers. He wants his GM fired. He's crying and he's doing all this. That's not class right there. Look at what Jimmy G is doing. You know, and you know that's more class. You know, that's why you want somebody like this in your team because of the class that he has. And another thing is that, you know, Justin Fields, I know why he fell. He fell so bottom because the Niners were looking at Justin Fields' tape, and they seen this running back do 300 and something yards and bailed out Justin Fields. Or if it wasn't for this running back, they would have lost that game, and Justin Fields would have looked bad. So, you know, that's why they picked up this running back.
I didn't even put this together. It was Northeast. I didn't even realize. Yeah, that was the team he picked up 348 yards on. I wonder if the 49ers looked at that and says, well, you know what? Let's go with Lance. Because Lance has less experience, Bethel. Way less, which is very interesting.
Yeah, but you could teach somebody how to do more things and how to, you know, that's why they rather develop him and, you know, make him, you know, into something that they want to do. Because if people don't remember, is that when we played the Patriots, they put a little thing up there saying we were the number one running attack in the NFL. We had the most running yards than anybody. But then our guy got hurt, and after that it went down because we didn't have anybody to, you know, pick up the pace. And, you know, so we couldn't do what we wanted to do before. So that's why the numbers went down on our running game, because there was nobody in there to, you know, do anything.
It suffered because we didn't really be able to transition. At one point, Jeffrey Wilson Jr. was the only running back we had. Everybody else, I mean, Michael Hasty got hurt. He was working with Jeffrey. Haim got hurt. He was working with Jeffrey. And Bethel, you know, really hurt me so bad. I was watching the game. I see Jeffrey Wilson Jr. sitting on the sideline, holding his ankle, looked like he was in tremendous pain. The next series, he's back on the field. Oh man, Kyle, we don't have anybody else doing. Oh my God, he still did his job. So, he had a great game, bad ankle and all.
Yeah. So, you know, I think that's why, you know, they're doing this, and then plus for those Seahawks fans, you know, we take care of our quarterback. Look at everything. What Russell wanted, the Niners gave it to our quarterback because he wanted protection up in the front. Seahawks didn't give him any protection.
They gave him a wide receiver.
Yeah, they gave him a wide receiver. And they're giving our quarterback, a bunch of, you know, tough guys that will protect him.
When Jimmy G's healthy, remember how he beat him up in that NFC that game for the count? Who's going to win the NFC? Jimmy was perfect in the first half, and the Hawks ain't got nothing to say about Jimmy. He kicked him. If Jimmy's healthy, will kick their butt along with everybody else. So you know, you need a hush.
And then plus Rudy should not even talk because I remember Lamar Jackson running all over his ass and putting a bunch of points on them, and they couldn't do shit to him. And we only lost by 3 points. So you know, they really should not be even talking.
You know, you got to feel sorry for Rudy. They don't have any first round picks. You know, they don't even know. We don't know if Stafford's going to be able to just look great in L.A. Everybody thinks so. Yeah. But once he gets, you know, the NFC West is not a safe place to play for a quarterback. Now, if he thinks that this is going to look anything like Minnesota, the Bears. I mean, it's Detroit is. We're going to see the difference here soon.
Yeah, we will. So.
So Bethel. But anyway, we're going to go, and I may be back tomorrow if I can. Otherwise, we'll see you next day.
All right, like always, good show, Rumble.
Thanks.
And here, like for Rumble Sports, hit those likes.
Appreciate you, Bethel.
All right, Rumble.
Talk to you later.
Good night.
Yeah. We have to have Rudy and my homeboy and Seahawks fans. They give us raw meat to beat up on and chew and spit out, rotisserie, broil and fry. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bring them. Hey, Alice. Alice. Alice is probably tied up with the fam. All right. Forget about it. It's that time again for the night of Mike.
Forget about it. Is right. What's going on, Ronbo? You surprised me on a Tuesday night.
You know what I'm saying? Because I missed Monday. Hey, Mike. Well, nobody does it better than you. Give a shout out to Rudy and my homeboy and the Hawks fans that join us on a daily basis.
Yeah. I seen my homeboy in here crying earlier. Running his yibbity yap. Let me tell you, all of them. He's got it. He needs to worry about talking with Patrick over there about how he could beat Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Since Tom Brady's whooped his ass every time
he sees him.
They've been out there on the field in a meaningful game. And as far as for Rudy Poo, hey, just keep donating to Rombo's line there, Rudy Poo. All right, there you go. We appreciate your donations. The 49er faithful. Other than that, get ready to get
wait. Let's give a little respect. Wait. The Hawks too. Who used to be the Legion of Boom is now the Legion in the Tomb. As their time is coming, pretty much for the rest of the, about 2-3 years from now, they'll be in total rebuild.
Exactly, and Ronbo, I really don't understand why anyone, and I mean anyone, in our division, even remotely opens up their freaking yap. You know what I mean? I really don't, because in all honesty, we've been giving you a hard time with friggin' C.J. Beathard and Nick Mullen. Forget about it, all right?
C.J. beat the Rams.
Forget about it.
Nick beat the Hawks. Come on, man. You
that's
guys,
the way
man.
I feel. And they love to get on here and talk about how crappy Jimmy G is and everything else, right?
And Jimmy's beating them all.
When Jimmy G's healthy, he's in there smacking them up, Ronbo, for whatever that's worth, all right? For whatever that's worth, I mean, what?
It's worth them being
There
quiet.
was games there, the Rams made freaking Nick Mullins look like he was the next coming. You know what I mean, Ronbo? I mean, forget about it, all right?
So, Mike, on to 49
Rudy
football.
Poo and the Lambs.
But, Mike, we got like a running back room now. The running back room from hell. Mike, what do you expect from this group of guys? Because we're not going to have any weak sisters. I mean, if they fall down, we got a guy that's going to pick up the slack in a heartbeat. The 49ers replace each and every guy
definitely,
with quality stuff.
And some young guys.
Yeah.
And some young guys, too, Ronbo. You know what I mean? Because, listen, all respect for Tevin Coleman, all right? And I appreciate the veteran leadership and everything that he brought when he came in. But that was also the problem, you know what I mean, Ronbo? When we had our new guys like Raheem Mostert go down with an injury, all right, or Breida, we was trying to replace him with ACL injury over there, McKinnon, and then bring in old Coleman and for what Coleman is, he's great and everything, but he's got quite a few miles on his odometer.
And it looked like it last year. Yeah.
At the end of the day, I feel like this young new injection. The only one that was young was the Jermichael Hastings kid. And look, I feel horrible for what happened with him, Ronbo, because I really thought that kid was special. But I gotta say, they really kind of do things without saying it. You know what I mean? And I think it's telling. I think it's telling that we didn't get any receivers. And the word is they like what they're seeing from Jalen Hurd.
and they like where we're at in the receiver room. And then they go and they get these 2 running backs, Ronbo. And so I don't know what that says about Jermichael Hastings' recovery, coming back from his injury. And obviously, we all knew that, Jarrett the Jet became more like Jarrett the Bus. And, and that was that. Yeah, So, I think it's going to be good. I think we got to have a heavy rotation. All right. We run a lot of times. I didn't realize this, you know what I mean? Because I was actually at the game, Ronbo, and I didn't really give a shit because I was having such a good time, as you can imagine. But I really didn't realize that Jimmy only threw the ball 9 times in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
I mean, I really, it kind of blew my mind. So,
but it made sense, though, Mike. If every time I give the ball to him, he's stretching off 15 yards. I may as well let him keep doing it.
Exactly, and that's and that's what I was watching. I just so happened because someone had mentioned that in one of the shows I was watching today. So I went and I took a look at it, Ronbo, and it was impressive. I mean, it really, really was. It was a first down at will, basically. He was clipping off about 10 yards every time he touched the ball at a minimum. And
220 yards. That's amazing.
It was amazing, Ronbo. 4 touchdowns. I mean, it was friggin' amazing. And so, I think that we could really, really replicate that, but I think we could do it even better. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing I like about the Sermon kid. I feel like he has a little bit more of a size element, you know what I mean, that we haven't had. A real bruiser.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, you mix him in there, and then you mix in the fact that Trey Lance could do a dance on your face while he's rolling into the end zone, all right? It's gonna be freaking deadly, Ronbo. It really is. I mean, more than anything, you
and don't forget, you got the running back, you got Debo on the other side. So you got guys coming at you to hurt you from the line of scrimmage or near the line of scrimmage for the entire afternoon. Do you know how that wears a team out, especially on a cool day?
Physical, but not even just that, Ronbo. You got to think of it like this, and I hope you're listening out there, Rudy Poo. All right, talk to Sean McVay and the rest of the gang out there, and I hope you come up with a good plan because you're not just going to have to honor the play action fake. You're going to have to honor the fact that Trey Lance could just run it right up your ass, all right? And forget about it, Ronbo. And so when we do those play actions, those rollouts, those boots and all that, holy shit. Let me tell you, Brandon Ayuk on some of them plays, I'm going to call it now. He's going to be running so freaking wide open that people are going to be like, well, how the hell did that happen? Because they're going to have to honor it. There's going to be so many eyes in the backfield, so many people paying attention. And with all the misdirection, all the motion and everything else, you could forget about it, Ronbo. It's going to be fantastic. And I think that was probably why Justin Fields was the most upset because he knew
wanted to play that.
He might have, he's going to go and do his thing in Chicago. But he knows it's not going to be what it would have been like if he had Kyle Shanahan drawing up the plays.
Mike,
and that's just the bottom friggin' line. I don't care who we are. That's just reality. He's a hell of a guy when it comes to that, and he's going to do a great job with all of our running backs.
There you go. Mike, we're out of time. I'm gonna see you probably tomorrow. Watching the headlines is kind of fun. We'll see what happens tomorrow, all right? Otherwise, I'll see you the next day.
All right. Sounds good, Ronbo. Appreciate you as always. Shout out to the faithful out there. Shout out to the TNT family and Denise. She got me on the Twitter thing the other night. Hey,
all right.
All of you out there, come check me out. The Real Niner Mike on the Twitter there. We're gonna be doing some giveaways and some good stuff coming. I'm working on some things, Ronbo.
All right.
I'm sending you some emails here soon. All right.
All right. Looking forward to it, Mike. All right, fam.
All right, Ronbo.
Have a great night.
Have a good night now.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it, fam. The Real Niner Mike. If you're on Twitter, looking for him. Joey Mahoney was Mahoney. Why didn't we get mixed up with that, huh? Hey, Hayden.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hayden, what are you up to tonight, man?
Oh, I'm just chilling on my thinking like who could stop us in the NFC West. I'm just trying to think.
If we stay uninjured, nobody. We really can't. That's just too much.
The only one really that I'm worried about is the Bucks because they brought the band back. Literally, everybody and more.
I know that's. Last year I was worried about
They literally brought the band
the
back.
Cardinals. Yeah, and this year the team I'm worried about. They got, like I said, the entire band is back. That's how you win. Continuity, guys who know how to play with each other, and this is a bunch of stars that know how to play together. Oh my goodness. That's okay, Hayden. We can do this because they're gonna be in the title game.
Yeah, I know. Okay, before we stop here, I think I found my new person to slap around in the chat.
Who is that?
My homeboy.
Yeah,
I need to slap him around, Ronbo. He's getting a little too. I don't know. He thinks he's like some because he beat the Niners, but then it's like if you put up a fight against the Bucks, okay, you could talk, but bro, I mean, come on, bro, you didn't score.
It was embarrassing.
The Jets scored a touchdown on the Bucks. I mean, come on. You know what I mean, bro?
Hayden, you saw that stat, right? I've been meaning to check that. How many negative yards did my homeboy have?
400.
Wait, are you serious? That's not a joke, right? I didn't believe it. I saw him running for his life all game long, but I didn't know it was that bad. So my homeboy, as you sit in the draft, sitting in the chat talking trash, know this, that your boy was showing his ass. 3 points, that's it for the prolific Chiefs offense. Where are they today? Oh! And somebody called Patrick. He's going the wrong way. Patrick, your end zone's over this way.
I loved it. I was a Bucks fan for the night. I was a Bucks fan for like
everybody was.
Yeah.
Well, everybody the 49ers fan.
And then I love them complaining online like how the calls. I was like, yeah, blame it on the refs. No. I was praying that the refs would call every little, and they did.
Right?
They did.
Yeah, and you know why, don't you, Hayden? Because they know the last year the refs blew it. The refs didn't call anything. Let them do whatever they wanted to do. Cheat all game long, and of course they're going to win. And they did. Now this year, Goodell says, hey, listen, let's go ahead and play. Let's call that game this year, okay, guys? I mean, seriously.
Great. He's the one that, he probably gave him like, hey, I'll pay you a little here. I mean, Brady's great and all, but he sometimes he probably said something like, I'm gonna pay you a little bit extra.
Yeah, I think Brady's 2-0 against the Chiefs. I think.
Right? I think he is.
At least
because of D Ford though. That's.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that game. And then we pick up D Ford, and it hasn't been well since.
And then he's acting like he's ready, like he's posting on Instagram, like him lifting weights.
Wait, Hayden, you saw D Ford? Does he look like he's ready to go? He did this last year, though.
Yeah,
I thought he was ready to go last year.
Yeah, he's gonna show up though. Week 1, he is.
Yeah, right. And
then he's gonna be pulling his hamstring. Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna play for the next year. I'm gonna come back next week. And then he's gonna come back. And then the injury report. Oh, D Ford come back 3 to 4 weeks. Then 5 weeks. We're like, where's D Ford? And they're like, we bump it back more 10 weeks. And then like 11 weeks pass. We're like, where's D Ford?
Hey, you forgot.
He's gone.
You left out one part. On that 4th week, D Ford is going to be a game time decision. No, he's not. We've already decided now, and Kyle's just trying to confuse the other team as to what to do if D's not playing or playing. Damn it, D. God, I know.
I don't know why you don't just get rid of him, because what's the point of making a player that's a headache that just that you think's gonna return? Like, just put on the injury report, because when he was on the field, he was really good. That's the problem. So you get the fans excited when the injury report's like 2 weeks.
Nice. Hayden, we gotta be nice. He restructured his contract. Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying, like, he's probably in the hospital right now, signing the contract.
Hey, we gotta go. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. I just realized we're not gonna be here Thursday. We'll be here tomorrow though. All right.
All right, Ronbo. See you.
All right,
See you in the chat, my homeboy in TNT.
Yeah, I
See
know.
you there.
My homeboy. The 3 points and all. That ain't. Hey, Darius.
What's up with you, Ronbo? How you been, man?
Darius, man, it's like Hayden. I'm already having a good time these last few days, but Patrick, my homeboy, and his team, Darius. We have some most shameful trolls. 3 points in a Super Bowl, and your quarterback was minus 400 yards. Then you look at the Rams, we own them no matter who's the quarterback.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to understand where these people get the nerve. I mean.
Yeah, man. I mean, but the thing about the Rams. I mean, the Rams. It's just a division rival. They gonna talk their shit.
Yeah.
But especially Seahawks and them Chiefs fans. The thing about that, their fan base is little kids.
Yeah.
It's just what their fan base is. When when the Seahawks were good, I had a friend when the Seahawks won the Super Bowl, I was in 5th grade, right?
Yeah.
I had a friend, Niners fan.
Yeah.
They win the Super Bowl. I talked to him in 7th grade. I just saw him randomly. He's like, "Hey, yo, what's your favorite team?" The Seahawks. That's just the thing. I'm not blaming them because they're little kids. They don't know nothing, right? They're 12. So, and that's what their fan base is, a bunch of little kids. When these little teams do good and they get Patrick Mahomes, little kids like watching offense. They don't like watching they like watching, flash and all that. And that's what the Seahawks were. They had a flashy defense. She's got a flashy offense. So their fan base is little kids, Ronbo. When you arguing with a Chiefs or Seahawks fan online, just know
it's a child.
90% of the time it's a little kid. So,
well, let's talk about some real football. Let's talk about the 49er football. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, that running back room is ridiculous now. It is so stacked. I was worried about that as far as the wide receivers go, but the running back room looks so nice. There's not going to be any let up in that running back room. Last year, you worried about them being able to survive. You look for 1 week. We don't. Who's going to run back? Who's running back this game? And they pulled somebody out of the hospital. Not this next year. No.
Yeah. Because last year, every game, either Raheem got injured or Jeff got injured. It was just tough to watch. But
it was, man.
When we got Trey Sermon, what's the guy's name? Elijah something. I don't know. Was it Elijah Moore? No, I don't know what his last name is. But Elijah something. It's Elijah.
Wanted
something.
Elijah.
But I like it because Trey Sermon in his final year in Ohio State was balling, man. He was balling. I think against was it Northwestern? He had 350 rushing yards.
You know Elijah Mitchell, 334. 334 yards.
Something crazy like that. Right.
Yeah.
So I think him and Kyle, and then Elijah's a speed back, 4.33. That's going to be nice because, Raheem and Jeff are going to hit contracts after this year, and Raheem's going to be about 30. Jeff, I don't know about Jeff, but you can keep those guys for the next 4 years, and you're going to have nice stability at the running back position. And when Trey Lance comes in, it'll be so much easier for him to come in because he's not going to have to throw the ball 50 times a game, So
we're signing Jeff Wilson Jr. And Jeff Wilson Jr., give him a multi-year contract next year. If he does what he does and survives this season, Jeff Wilson gets a minimum 3-year contract. How old is Jeff? He's only about, 23, 24, somewhere near 25?
I think he's a little older than that, Ronbo. I think he's a little older.
When is UDFA?
I think he might be 27.
That's got to be it,
I'm not sure, though.
Yeah, this is his 3rd year coming. You're right. He's got to be. It depends on how old he was when he came. I forgot. But he was UDFA.
He's 25. He's 25.
Yeah, he just came out of school 3 years ago.
He's going to turn 20. Yeah, he's going to turn 26 in November.
There you go. I'm gonna give him a 3 years contract next year. So
Yeah, depending on what he does next year. Yeah, I'm excited to watch your running back room work because, your running back room is only going to get better when you got a lot of good guys competing.
Yeah, and they can all stay healthy too.
I think, right, and even if they don't all stay healthy, even if Jeff goes down, you can put Trey in. You can put Trey Sermon in the game now. You don't have to rely on because last year we had I'm gonna just keep it a buck. We had 2 running backs. Jerick McKinnon was and then Jermichael Hasty was I think he had 10 rushes total last. He barely got the ball, and then that one Saints game he just broke his collarbone, so he never really got an opportunity. So last year we had 2 running backs, and them 2 were always injured. So now Ronbo, even if one of them get injured, Ronbo, it doesn't matter. We'll put him in, and these guys are gonna pick up this thing easy because once you find a hole, you're gonna hit it. And like Elijah with that 4.3 speed, and Trey Sermon, who's done it for 4 years in college, they're gonna thrive.
And they decided to go some real college running backs this year instead of just depending on UDFA's. I think we got a couple in camp probably, but this year, no, we're getting these guys out of the draft, and we're going to get them in here and work on them and take them to the next level. So we're going to be in good shape. You got Sermon doing 334 yards. I can't believe somebody didn't get him first. We got lucky on that one.
Yeah, no, Trey Sermon. I thought Trey Sermon was going to go earlier, honestly, but hey, he fell to us. You know, when like. I really don't. I only watch the first and second round, Ronbo. I'm not a big draft guy. I know you were cranking that out. You watched the whole thing. Props to you, man. But like, I watched this, but I just turned it on because I saw we had like the 100-something pick, and I just see random. I got a notification on my phone. We traded up. Like, all right, let's see what this is. And I see we go Trey Sermon, and I was like, oh, I thought he went earlier. You know, because this guy's good. Like I saw like. When the NFL is posting about him, you know he's good. You know, like when the NFL is posting about him.
And he was he's like in the top 5. But we're gonna run out of time here. Darius, let me see you tomorrow, man, because like I'm gonna have to pull out early here. So we're gonna see you tomorrow. Always great to hear from you. All right, fam.
All right, Ronbo. Thanks for everything you do, man.
Thanks, fam. Night. And there's Tony out in Atlanta, GA. Tony. 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 All right. We're going to check out. Hey, Jay. Hey, Jay.
What's up, Ronbo?
Jay, man, we're just sit back here looking at these running backs, man, a big collection of them. We've never went this far with the running backs. Even when we're doing UDFAs, 49ers will be bringing in all these running backs. So now you're talking a room full of all high-quality running backs, and that's going to make a difference. We're going to play some real hardcore football. Somebody will get hurt this year, and then it'll be just us. Woo!
Right.
It's going to work, too. I like this approach.
I'm glad that if we went back to our style of football, get some offensive linemen, get some running backs, and you know what I'm saying? And we got a hell of a receiving core too, so
if Jalen Hurd is ready, people keep thinking, somebody just repeated like as if he's making good progress. Because Hurd, Samuel, and Ayuk, that's a good combo.
That is a good combo, Ronbo. And man, like last year, we were supposed to go back to the Super Bowl last year. But
I know.
Unfortunately, we had all these injuries.
Damn.
And I think,
you know what's so good though, Jay? If we went back to Super Bowl and the referees that they had this past Super Bowl, result would have been the same.
Yeah,
result would have been the same. Ref, just make calls. That's all we want you to do.
Right. Just, you know what I'm saying? Come on. Think about it. No holding calls for the entire game. Come on.
Against an average offensive line against the 49ers' premier rush. No calls.
Right. Come on. No.
4 quarters.
See, that's what I'm saying. So, but that's beside the point. But
too late. I know.
You're right. So I just can't wait to see how we operate. I hope you know, and I want to commend, you know, Jimmy G for being a class act, you know, and you know, and I feel, you know, Jimmy can still play as quarterback.
Oh hell yes, he's got an offensive line in front of him now. Alex Mack,
so,
look out now. People gonna be shocked. I won't be, because I know he can play. Watch.
And I think it's gonna motivate him, and that's what I want. I want Jimmy to be motivated. You know what I'm saying? To go out here and, you know, make plays and just stay healthy. Because when he's there, when he's healthy,
we're
gonna
win.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the bottom line.
Exactly, and let Trey learn and learn and learn. I want Trey to, you know, behind Jimmy for a year, maybe a year and a half.
It depends on how raw he is. The
correct.
reports we're getting are kind of frightening, but I don't think he can't be as raw as people. They say he's a lot like Josh Allen. He's got a little bit of an accuracy thing going on, but look at Josh Allen now. Josh Allen looks like the baddest boy in the AFC. They got to iron it out.
But my only concern about Trey Lance was his start. He didn't have enough starts at college, so that's my only thing. And he played in a smaller school, so.
Mm-hmm. So the NFL is going to look a lot different to him. But you know what? He's a very sharp individual. I got a feeling he realizes that.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
He'll be ready.
And just, and I think they're going to try to get him ready. They're going to get him ready to, the next year.
Yeah, the thing is, just don't put him out there too soon. You'll ruin him. If he gets overwhelmed right from the gate, it could mess his mind up. So, so Kyle Shanahan and the 49er organization is smart. Don't be rushing him out there. You got he could be great. Let's bring him along with some good sense. So
exactly, and they did it so smart. You know what I'm saying? By keeping Jimmy, even though they were going to draft a quarterback, they keeping Jimmy because they knew that if we get rid of Jimmy, that means Trey gonna have to start week 1, and they didn't want that.
Or any other quarterback. Yeah, I mean, Mac Jones, Justin Fields, these guys are not. But they look good in college, but it's two different beasts. We've seen too many failures come out of college in the first round, top 5. So, it's a different thing. You got to get ready for it, and you get them ready right. So,
right. So they did. Like what I said in the past, we're playing chess while everybody's playing
checkers. Jay, we're going to go. I'm going to be back tomorrow. And just have a great night. Good stuff.
All right. Thank you, Ronbo. Appreciate what you do, brother. Have a good night.
Hey, you too. Night. Hey, I should check on Ellis.
Ronbo.
Ellis, man, we're sitting back here gloating about this run tonight. The 49ers went crazy. I didn't realize this last sermon. I heard about this guy during the course of the year because I don't watch college football that much. I heard about somebody running 300 yards. I didn't know he was on our team. So, you know what I'm saying? What? Well, that's the dude. He's on our team. Okay. Because a lot of people's moaning and groaning about that pick. Everybody wanted a wide receiver, including me. So, I ain't mad at that now. Yeah, I'm kind of. And then we picked up another speed merchant. He can run 4.3, catches balls out of the backfield. We're going to be playing smash mouth football this year, and running backs and things like that are going to be extension of the passing game, or run game more than anything else out of the backfield. So we're going to see what happens. I like the plan. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I'm feeling real good. Like we said the other day, or what I was saying the other day, just looking at the fact that I already kind of expected, a lot of us already expected to at least get 2 corners or, possibly 3 secondary positions, which is what we did, 2 corners and a safety, and 2 for sure offensive linemen to make sure that we can get better protection at the line spot, even though we did get, Trent Williams secured. We did get, Alex Mack. We know there was still more room to do. So we covered those areas. And, that took up, more than half our picks right there. So we got that, which is very key and important, positions to lock in and some quality players. So, all right, I'm not mad. And the fact that we were able to get Elijah, I saw some tape on Elijah a while back, and I just never really paid it no mind after that. I was thinking like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. So seeing him and that we were able to actually get him unsigned or, undrafted, is pretty crazy. And the fact that he's really fast and, he's already, like I was telling you, he's gotten
I heard you
some
say
weight
Elijah.
down.
You know what?
Or is it Elijah Mitchell?
No, we drafted him. He was a 6th-round pick.
We did draft him 6th round.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Shit. Either way is good. At least it wasn't a
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Either way, that he's a really good back, and then his speed was already key, and he's gotten faster. I'm almost 100%. But I'm thinking Kyle might start using him like he uses Debo, and then also maybe even as a wide receiver since he's good at catching the ball out of the backfield. So there's so many things that you could do with him that's, really going to be exciting. I think Kyle is probably like overjoyed that he was able to get such a quality player, in Elijah Mitchell with that speed, in case things do, something does happen with Debo, or imagine him and Debo and having that speed on both sides of the edge. I mean, they're not going to know what the hell to do. Don't forget, we still got George, we still got Brandon, we still got our other backfield and everything else offensively. So it's going to be hard to deal with. You know what I mean? It's not going to be possible.
Especially that offensive line we got now. But you know what?
And
Did you ever see? Yeah. Did we ever run Ayuk on a jet sweep? I think we did a couple of times.
I feel like there was one that or maybe something kind of close to it, but I don't want to say for sure, but I kind of feel like he got something. And Brandon's actually really fast outside the edge, but I think if Kyle can deviate from having to do that and use him more as like a, the outside guy, or just a more receiver threat instead of the Debo, kind of dual, running back receiver kind of guy, then he can separate the two instead of trying to have everybody doing the same thing, and it gives them that much more of a scarce, it scares the defenses into thinking, okay, well, shit, he doesn't even do that, so we're not even going to. And Kyle and everybody can actually do a little bit of everything, and Kyle was utilizing Brandon Ayuk in doing Debo plays one of the games when Debo was out. I think it was the game when Debo was expected to play and he was out, and Kyle had to use him like the next game. And then they had asked him, Kyle, were those plays that you had Brandon running designed for Debo? And he said, yeah. A lot of those.
That's
so
a Green Bay game.
He already had him. Yeah, so, we can do that, but I think if it's not necessary, I don't think Kyle's going to do it because he's got such a nice, solid core of backs, that know how to catch the ball out of the backfield. And Jeff Wilson Jr., let's not get twisted. He's still, a great, a ball catcher, at catching the ball out of the backfield. And, him, bolstering up for the health reasons and things like that was just a necessity. I just hope Sermon is, he's able to maintain his health, since I heard there was a little bit of, injury history and stuff with him. But he was just on Ohio State, and he was, they were balling. So I'll take it any day. You know what I'm saying? I'll take it.
It's going to be interesting wearing teams out. And when that fourth quarter comes around and you got a fresh running back pounding at you, along with that big offensive line, game over. If we're ahead, that's where it's going to stay. Go burn up that clock on every run as you get tireder and more tired. I like the plan.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And Taysom Hill is a good comparison, but it's not going to be exactly what Kyle's going to do. I think he's going to do even more special things. But, this is going to be our quarterback for years to come. I don't know if Taysom Hill's got a spot secured out there. I'm hearing about Aaron Rodgers maybe going to New Orleans or whatever. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Aaron's
so
going
that doesn't mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Denver.
So we'll see what happens, man.
Oh, God. All right, fam.
We'll see what happens. My cousin's a Raiders fan. He said he doesn't want Aaron Rodgers going to Denver. So I was like, well, because they're going to have a problem out there. They already got KC to worry about. So, But all right, family. Yes, sir, man. Shout out to you, Brother Ronbo. Thank you for the platform, as always, man. Shout out to the Niner faithful.
Thank you.
And we'll be back.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Respect, fam.
For you. All right. Night, fam.
Okay. Yes, sir. Peace.
And let's go see what Tony's talking about. Oh, Tony, Atlanta, Tony.
Ronbo, how you doing?
I told you we were looking for you a minute ago, and yeah, doing great. As I watch things develop around the NFL, like it's a fun time of year. This is when it's funny because you're sitting there watching NFL Network, you watch ESPN, you watch. Aaron Rodgers is just making me laugh at this point. And Terry, I got a kick out of Terry Bradshaw. They asked Terry, what do you think about Aaron's behavior? Well, he's just showing how weak he is. I had quarterbacks coming in when I was a quarterback. I had them coming in every year. They were constantly coming at him. I was never threatened. So,
exactly.
Okay, Bradshaw, these guys, Jordan Love didn't come in there to threaten him. Aaron's pissed off because they didn't get him a weapon. I kind of understand both. Aaron needs to stop whining about this, though, and come to some conclusion. That's not a good look. Stop crying in public.
Yeah, he's not showing very good leadership at all.
Yeah.
All he's doing is whining and complaining. He's making himself look bad.
And then the Packers got rid of a receiver that he likes. Although the Packers aren't completely without fault here, what they get rid of that receiver he likes for? They got something better?
I don't know. They have a certain style in Green Bay that they do.
Yeah.
And they stick to the plan, and they're not going to change for it. I don't know.
Aaron Rodgers or anybody else?
All I know is Brett Favre would never acted this way.
Oh God, it's amazing. Hey Tony, the next generation, as these generations progress, we're seeing more divitude all the time. I wonder where that's going. Actually, wide receivers have been doing it for years. Cornerbacks, several of them. Stand out in headlines. The game's evolving, and you wonder sometimes if it's a good thing. And social media has changed the game a lot too, because now statements and things like that get attached to personalities, and now you can either hate them or like them by the things they say. Because you look at Jimmy G today, and Jimmy came out. If anybody's worried about Jimmy G was the first guy to reach out to that new quarterback, mainly because he wants to go down in history as the same kind of guy as Tom Brady. Now, he's not reached that level of excellence, but Jimmy G, people going to be surprised. I already see it coming. I'm going to be able to say it about week 6 or 7. I told y'all, man, for all the bad, terrible quarterback you think Jimmy G is, that boy's got heart. And when he ain't hurt, somebody else is going to get hurt. So I'm looking forward to this.
Ronbo, Jimmy G is 24-8, 25-8 as a starter. Enough said.
Mm-hmm. It's like
enough said. I mean, they need to stop it.
Yeah, is that Bill Parcells who says you are what your record is? You are what.
Yes, sir.
That's just the bottom line. And I don't care about luck. Well, he had a great game. He had a great running game. He had a great defense. Listen, there's a lot of teams that have a great offense and defense and everything else. He ain't winning all the time. There's something about you. You're either a winner or a loser, and that's the bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And the Trey Lance Jimmy G relationship is going to be a good one, a sweet one.
Yeah.
There will be no problems there. And I'm telling you, Ronbo, everybody says Trey Lance reminds them of Cam Newton or Russell. He reminds me of Steve Young. I know I told you that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Steve Young.
Running around. Because if he's got pocket presence like Steve Young did and still the ability to escape pressure, that's Steve Young. Yeah.
And he's got accuracy like Steve Young. Accuracy.
But he's getting a little flack about that. I've not seen enough of him, but I'm hearing that a lot. He says he's going to come in the league like Josh Allen. Remember his first year? Allen had a great arm, but issues finding his target. And hopefully that can be corrected like it was with Josh Allen. Hey, but what's so funny? Tony, Josh Allen's as soon as Diggs arrived in Buffalo, all of a sudden he didn't have accuracy issues. I've always said you've got to have good receivers. Don't expect the quarterback to make a bad receiver into a star. It's just not the way it works.
Exactly.
So
got to have those dogs at the receiver position to help a quarterback out. You got to have that.
That's why OBJ, I understand OBJ's talking about, I'm feeling great, y'all. I'm ready, I'm back. And see, that's why OBJ, when did he hurt that knee? Do you remember?
I can't
mid-season?
remember the game with Cincinnati. It was against Cincinnati.
He's getting better awfully quick and talking as if he's going to come out and just get things done. Would you trade for OBJ if you could get him?
Nope. Not me.
You didn't hesitate to answer that. I'm thinking OBJ got hurt for the last time. Ain't nobody going to trust him now.
Yeah, I'm a big Julio guy. I like AJ Green, guys like that. OBJ, I don't know. Maybe with a different team. I think Cleveland's gonna take a step back. They're trying to buy a championship.
It ain't gonna happen. Yeah, that's true.
Nope.
They can stop barking. That ain't gonna work. And you know what?
Yeah.
You could get an offer if you guys told Cleveland we'll take OBJ, we'll send Julio, They would take that in a heartbeat, I believe. I think they got enough money, too.
Oh, no, we can't do that. No. Please don't do that. And I know the money is what you're talking about. It's about the money. But, oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I would lose it if they did that. Can't do it. Watch out for Cincinnati, Ronbo, in the next couple of years. Cincinnati's building something nice there.
Yep, them and the Miami Dolphins. I'm watching this unfold. It's going to be organization, depending on how good the organization is, you know. And if they can pull it all the way to the end, it's about following through. Let's see.
The Rams are going to finish in last. They're not going to do as good as people think.
Rudy, and Tony's getting ready to say goodnight, but I love his last line, taking a dig at them lambs. Tony, I'm going to be back tomorrow. Tony, be looking for you, okay?
All right, stay tuned, my brother.
All right. Night, fam.
Take care.
All right. Hey, Renzo.
What's the dealio?
Renzo, the running back room is intriguing. See, Renzo, one thing we have to realize with the 49ers, everything they don't do anything just by random. Everything they do is calculated, thought about clearly. It's just like Ellis just pointed out. We needed to do something about the quarterback situation. We needed to do something about the offensive line. We needed to do something about the cornerback room and the secondary. The 49ers did all of that. And meanwhile, a lot of screaming, why the hell don't y'all got to run it? Get us a wide receiver. Give me that. We need another CB. They methodically plugged every hole, actually, and even got a couple of running backs in there. And Renzo, who runs out of running backs faster than the 49ers? I don't believe there's another team in the NFL that goes through running backs. Well, the Hawks do. But nobody goes through running backs as bad as we do. And they addressed that with, we got the dude ran 334 yards against North. What? Really? I didn't know that was who that was, Renzo. What are you thinking?
Man, Ronbo, we addressed the line, as you said, the quarterback, and these running backs. We finna control this clock. We finna control the clock and do teams dirty.
Mm-hmm.
We finna make teams be real upset with us. Like, you know what? You can't stop it, and this is what's gonna happen. And I can't wait. You feel me?
I do. Fourth quarter. 4 minutes to go. The opposition has got to get the ball back. The 49ers are still grinding it down, and that's another first down. That'll take another 2 minutes off the clock.
Yeah. And also too, even if whoever the quarterback is, Jimmy or Trey, with that running game, how it was when it was effective, it opened the game up for Jimmy, and it's going to open the game up for Trey as a young quarterback.
Absolutely.
Because now teams going to try to come in because we're pounding them so hard. They're like, you know what? We're going to stack people in the box. And he's the athletic ability, and he could just, you know what I'm saying, just go up top. That's what he could do. And I can't wait to see that, you know.
I tell you. Kyle's got a plan. He's got a plan.
And the rotation is going to be nasty. The rotation is going to be nasty. I'm talking about nasty.
Speed 1 second, brute power, force the next second, finesse, combination of the two. Jeffrey Wilson Jr. has that.
And even, too, with that, Kyle can kind of switch up his game, too. Because teams be like, you know what? The Niners like to run the football. He could come out there throwing like, you know what? You know what I want to do, but I'm going to show you what I am going to do.
And ruin the game plan for the defense. I know, right?
I'm talking about, man.
Yes.
Have teams really like upset. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was listening to I be on YouTube how people saying how Kyle Shanahan just like switched the game up. Everybody's trying to get these small receivers. We didn't even grab a receiver, and I'm like, wow, straight running back. I was like, they threw me for a loop in the draft. I was like, okay, y'all did that. Now
you know what he was doing.
I'm on the Kyle Shanahan and them. Like, when it comes to draft time, I'm not even trying to figure out what they're going to do. I'm just going to sit back.
I know. At no point putting yourself through all that stress. No matter what you're thinking, you're not going to get it. they're very strange.
Got me over there taking a Lee's and ibuprofen, trying to keep. You know what? I'm not even playing with them no more. I'm not doing that next year. I'm not doing that with them. Nah, hey, I'm not gonna bite. I'm not gonna bite the keys.
And Rizzo, we need to trust him because if we think Kwity Paye was all that, and Ojulari, and this guy, and this guy, and this guy, we may think they're all that, but they may have looked at this dude very carefully and seen some things that we didn't notice. Because a lot of these guys we get all excited about every year, if you go back and look at some of the guys that you wanted to draft, and you notice they ain't all that, the 49ers saw that way a long time ago. See? So, yeah, I'm going to stop doing that.
But what we got to, as fans, what we got to do, Rumble, we got to realize these people are drafting for their game plan, for their system, what they want to do, not what we want to do. We're not drafting for Madden. They're drafting for the real thing, not Madden. So, you know, like you say, we trust them, go along with it, and enjoy the show.
And see what comes up, you know, because they made a lot of good choices. They made a couple of questionable choices and made some bad choices. But for the most part, they do a good job. They really do.
Yeah.
So.
Man, I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, Renzo, I got to get out of here.
To be continued. All right, Ronbo, man, be safe. Not as faithful. I'm out.
Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow, Renzo. Renzo, Renzo, you're at the day off, aren't you? I don't hear no noise.
No, I'm at work. The machines are down. I'm at work.
All right, Renzo.
Yeah, we got to quiet
get
now.
that fixed. All right, fam. See you later.
Yeah.
What happened?
Emilio, man, we'll sit back here looking at days of old when we had like Frank Gore running the ball to death and throwing the ball every now and then, and defense is getting all worn out. Kyle Shanahan, I think Kyle's thinking that way a little bit, man, because Kyle's stacking up running backs. And, you know, we used to just go UDFA. Kyle got him 2 running backs out the draft this year. What? Kyle, man, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You picked up Willie Gallman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 running backs, Kyle. And they're not UDFAs. God, what's going on?
You know why he did that, right?
Yeah, give me. I'm waiting to hear from you. What is it? What do you do?
It was actually explained. One, because of Wilson and Raheem. This is their last year contract. They don't pan out. They're gone.
Oh yeah, that's right. And asking for too much money.
They can't say.
Wilson's
asking for too much money.
That's right. Wilson's on a 1-year contract.
He got a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
That's the reason they did it. They were like, it was more for basically security blanket. The 2 new rookies, they work out. The other 2 are gone.
And Gallman Jr. Yeah, you got 3 no matter what. And like you say, if they don't work out, and if they come in and I need to get paid. All right, we'll tell you what, we're going to sign this release, and you go ahead and you go get paid.
You go get paid somewhere else.
We ain't got no money. Told y'all.
All right. It's for the team, just in case Raheem gets hurt again and Wilson doesn't really pan out. No, it's just to replace him. That's the reason they got him.
And you're right, because they got guys that are just like the guys that are leaving. You know, you got a speedster, you got a power back, and Gallman can do a little of both. You're right.
It's a replacement. It's all it is. Yeah, it wasn't.
But this year, you got a rotation from hell. I mean, they got any kind of running back. Yeah, it depends on how good a team is or their strengths and weaknesses. You could pull in another running back knowing that he's going to dominate against that defense. I love having that chance. Because they ain't cutting nobody.
It's a good thing too. Like I said for this year, it's a good thing for this year. You're depth, so you can rotate the guys, play certain games, certain packages, switching in and out. So that's a good thing for this year. But it was more of a future plan. That's why they ended up getting.
I do remember hearing something about that too. I read about those contracts and who's leaving, and Heem is going to be asking for too much money next year. Especially if Heem has a 1,000-yard season, y'all know I got to get paid, don't you? Yeah, we knew, and I hope you do.
Not on this team.
Yeah, I hope you do get paid. But I like Heem though. I'd love to keep him though.
No, I mean of course I do. He's fun. He's fun to watch.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking him, but they're not going to pay him because he already complained about last time trying to get paid. And they said, okay, we're going to give you money, but no, they're not going to pay him again.
Don't go public on us. Yeah. The running backs.
This is just like you could. This is his last year, unless he takes a pay cut or decides to stay and get paid for less. He'll stay, but other than that, no. This is his last year with the Niners. He's not going to stick around.
Yeah, and he'll be 30 years old next year, I think, right? And they always say running backs, except for the Frank Gore and also what's his name from Minnesota. Those are inhumans. Most running backs start to slide a little bit. Gurley started sliding 3 years ago already. How old is Todd Gurley?
You know what? You know what I actually want them to do, and since a report came out talking about Frank Gore had something to say towards trade being drafted, so I would like actually Gore to be one of our coaches.
Yeah,
that actually would work.
Keep him around.
Having come into the coach.
I'm telling you right now, I wanted to bring him in because if we're like 3rd and 2 at the goal line, I can guarantee you Gore's getting in. Even now.
I wanted Gore. I more wanted Gore if he wasn't going to keep Juice. Gore would have been perfect as a fullback.
Yeah, because he could block, can't he?
Bringing him in after that. Yeah, he's a great blocker. That's something he hasn't lost a step on. He's still a great blocker. After all these years, he can still block.
Because he knows what he's doing. I saved that one clip of Gore decking. That defensive lineman from Chicago looked like he was about 3 sizes faster. And Frank knocked him on his butt, and I mean knocked him on his butt with authority. What? I kept running back. Whoa, Frank, damn.
I think if they don't bring him back as a player, they need to bring him back as a coach. Yeah. And I know we already got a running back coach, but I think that was it's like Tom Rasmussen. You know how we brought him back and all of a sudden he came out coach. It's a good idea to bring back Gore as coach.
Frank would love it.
You know, he grew up in Atlanta anyway. He loves the team, so you know it would be a perfect fit for him if it did happen.
Absolutely, man. God, you know how pumped this fan base would be. Oh
no, hey, I would love it. I'd be happy for him. Hey, he's back on the team one way or another. I'd be happy.
Any for him. Awesome. Exactly. You know, just don't put him in the office so we can't ever see him.
And then the other thing why we didn't draft the receiver, Shanahan said, well, there was no point of drafting the receiver. He said we got too many, and they wouldn't have made the team anyway.
You go, Kyle. We'll see. So. We got to go, though, fam. Because I got to get out of here in a few minutes. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, though.
No, that's how it is.
Looking for you. All right, fam.
All right, you have a good night.
You too. Later. Hey, Casey. I love Casey comes in. He's gonna come in off the wall. Watch. Hey, Casey.
Yo, we're taking Ronbo, my bad.
Casey, I can always expect the unexpected from you. Casey,
I'm
telling you right now.
Why you say that?
I've had several moments with you that are always hilarious, and then I think about them later. Casey, boy, it's like that dude always tells me on the chat. Ronbo, man, pass me that backwood. Casey, think about you, man.
Well, that's why I call in, man. I'm trying to have a good time, man. It's always a treat, Ronbo.
Casey, man, you know what? We got the running back room this year. And like Emilia just said, we didn't need no wide receivers. Everybody's crying. You watch the Rams, they picked up another swift wide receiver. Hawks, they did the same thing. Here come the Cards with their pick, another swift wide receiver. We've been crying about giving me a man with blazing speed to play wide receiver for how many years? And everybody got one except us. Everybody's mad as hell. 49ers are drafting running backs. Casey, there's a plan. No. So, you know, I tell you, man, I like what they're going to do. They're going to beat people up this year.
Yeah, no, they look, I mean, the draft gets better and better to me every day. Mm-hmm. You know, as the day goes on, I look at this draft and I go, wow, you know, Jalen Moore, that offensive lineman in the 4th or 5th round, looks pretty good. And Trey Sermon, I'm excited because, you know, Trey Sermon, he looks like he runs angry like Adrian Peterson, and I'm thinking him and Jeff Wilson will be great.
You know, he's that guy got 334 yards with Ohio State, right? Against Northwestern.
Oh, I didn't know that. No.
That was him, right? I'd heard about that because he made all the news that day, but I forgot about that.
He was he actually seems like that's a high draft pick for the Niners with Kyle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Justin
So
Fields
it's
probably said, "Oh, you got my running
it's
back,
good
but
to
you
see
can't
that the
pick
Niners
me."
got him.
Yeah.
Well, I think that, there's so many talented players in the NFL nowadays. It's why I called it the Tonight Rumble, because I don't want you to have a wrong impression when I call. I love Jimmy. I want you to know that I really hope Jimmy
you made that clear
has a
last
great
time.
season.
Yeah. No, I do. I believe you.
I just want whoever's on the team to be balling, And
right.
I just
that's what you want. That's what you're supposed to do. That's why I should get in arguments and fights with people on Twitter, because I'm supporting Jimmy G, and people are giving me grief. Rumble, man, why do you always defend him? Because he's my 49er quarterback.
Because he's on my banner right behind me, man. Come on.
I mean, I don't. You can hate him, but why you want to hate him? I mean, he's our quarterback. So we need to just do that. Okay, fine. Guys, he wins more than he loses. I get these huge arguments.
Yeah.
And I can never understand.
Okay,
maybe you don't like him for whatever reason, but
Ronbo,
he is the quarterback.
Let me tell you something, Ronbo. When Navarro Bowman had the ball stripped from him and his leg viciously broken, I punched the wall, and I got really angry. And the Niners lost that game, and I woke up the next morning, and I was scarred from that game because it was so wicked, But after that year, I don't know, I just kind of stopped caring about the NFL so much because I'm watching it from the comfort of my living room, and I'm going, man, I know what happened. And Navarro held on to this ball, and it was ripped out of his hands after the play was over. So
and they didn't give
I
us
don't
the
really
ball,
get so. I don't get so heated like other people do anymore, and I can kind of just appreciate what happens on Sunday and go, hey, these guys played their best and they made a ton of money today. So.
But
let's all just get home safe and
you had a reason
do it
to punch
again
the
next
ball.
weekend.
And remember, the Hawks fans, as we set everybody off, as they're carting Bowman off, the Hawks fans are out there throwing debris at him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Well,
was
but the Seahawks wanted to beat the Niners. The Seahawks only hate us because we were so good. We used to kick their ass so much. So
for years.
Yeah.
That was our ball, by the way.
And
when they got
what's his name? When they got the general manager, what's his name, McLaughlin, he designed the Seahawks to beat the Niners. So their whole scheme was focused on the Niners.
Wait a minute, McLuhan was working with McLuhan went over and worked with the Hawks?
Yeah, after with the Niners.
Damn, I don't remember that segue. I thought he went to I thought he went to Washington. Anyway.
Well, it seems like every time I call him something.
No, I was thinking because I could be wrong. You might be right. I don't remember that. I thought.
Let me Google this real quick.
He went right to Washington. At any rate, the problem the 49ers had was Russell Wilson. Okay, that was the biggest problem.
And they got their answer with Trey Lance,
right? And their defense too. The Legion of Doom was every bit of that. I give them respect now because honestly, they were that good. But I ain't got to give them none now. The Legion of Doom is now in the tomb. Yes.
So he was with Seattle, and then he went to the 49ers, and then he went back to Seattle.
There you go. All right. And then
for 3 years.
Who's over the cat?
But
he was, and he went over there and started drinking and left. Casey, we got to go, fam. All right. I'll be back tomorrow, though, okay?
Okay, Rumble. Sounds good, man. Have a good night.
All right. You too. Yeah. Fam, I'm going to roll. Hey, thanks for those contributions, fam. Always appreciate it. Hit that like. Oh, yes, I see those likes. Yes, indeed. I love it. Fam, see you tomorrow. Let's talk some more 49er football. Niners! Till we meet again.